All right. Welcome back to another episode of Collaborators Without Direction, a tabletop adventure game where the players explore the Southeast Asia-inspired lands of Yoon-Suin. Currently, we are using the Whitehack rule set. My name is Gobin, my pronouns are he, him, and it is my task as the referee to narrate the world around the players as the characters seek adventure. We'll pass it off to our first player, Billy. Tell us your name, pronouns, and remind everyone of who your character is.
I'm Billy. My pronouns are he, him, and I am playing Winslow Steeple, the charlatan alchemist. What's the
Your class is the daft.
The deft.
The daft.
The daft.
Yeah.
That
It's
daft
Daft
punk. So close.
Got there before.
My name's Maggie. My pronouns are she and her. I'm playing Tiferet, human bicycle messenger, whose class is the daft as well.
And the Invisible Man.
The what?
You, the third player.
Oh, yes.
The Invisible Man.
Yes, I am Zach. I am Zach. My pronouns are he, him, and I am playing Buscoso, the wise ass. Class wise, wise, profession wise ass, and I am a Dwinde, a dwarf.
Awesome. And Savraj may join us later. I have not heard back from him, but he's just Thodo is just going to be terrified at the back of the ship.
He's
Oh,
just red.
you're in the
He's
boat.
just Red Mark
Yeah.
from the gamers.
All right, awesome. So before we get started, if you missed any of the previous sessions, I recommend going back and watching them on the YouTube channel when you have a chance. I've been uploading them there. I'm actually been uploading to my personal YouTube channel. I'm working on transferring them over to a dedicated YouTube channel so that it's easier to find. But we've been having a lot of fun playing through the Deep Carbon Observatory adventure by Patrick Stewart. Not Sir. And we'd love for you to join us again. So now on with the show. When we last left off, the collaborators finished up recruiting by making deals with the scholar Talila and the watcher Tem. No more than an hour after leaving the small village of Vin Drin Dop, the collaborators came across a couple of sorcerers having a magical duel in the middle of the river. When one of the duelists was unexpectedly consumed by a 3-meter-long pikefish, the other declared himself the victor, and the collaborators continued upriver. Surprise mixed with terror when around the next bend, the collaborators were confronted by a horseshoe mega crab engaged in a fight with the alpha platypus. Now the collaborators find their path upriver to the Dolung Dam once again blocked by a duel of the fates. Upriver in the distance. So to set the scene here.
Platypus, I have the high ground.
You cannot beat me! You are my brother, Platypus!
I hate you.
You were supposed to bring balance to the river, not destroy it.
Anyway.
So, to set the scene here, upriver in the distance rises a whitish-gray column of steam or smoke. The only other signs to mark the sky are carrion birds. Spirals of their moving forms make black signals in the gray air, sketching curlicues over the accumulated dead below. The raging waters of the river is rife with life, overfull with predators and fish of every kind. Pike and strange pale squid flit to and fro, hunting barely visible cuttlefish. Camouflage flows across their pigmented skin like paint. Crashing through the water, a truck-sized horseshoe mega crab is pursued by the equally massive alpha platypus, At this rate, you figure you only have a few seconds before it will collide with your boat. What do you want to do to avert this catastrophe?
Activate the submarine portion of our boat.
Oof. You
Um,
realize as soon as you go to hit that switch that you've removed those upgrades previously.
Oh no.
We
Damn
swapped
it.
out the wrong boat. Dang
yeah. Poor build choices.
it. We bumped into
I
someone at the seaport, and we both dropped our boats, and we picked him up, and we thought we had the right one.
I'm gonna. I have some gunpowder.
Has there ever
Um,
been a sentence that's like an point of action that's ever ended well with just long pause? I have some gunpowder. Long pause.
I'm gonna attempt to startle the crab away from the boat. Try to make us a thing that is unpleasant to move towards. Well, I'm gonna suggest that our wise ass come up with something while I try to delay
Do
our demise.
something!
Do
I am-
something.
I am already trying to do that.
Let's
My
see.
spells are very situational, and they usually involve things that can be tricked or creating things. So I'm just working on it.
We just need to trick these animals into not destroying our entire ship.
Yeah, I know. That's usually anyway.
All right,
Usually it involves sentience, which is to say, I guess I could make it work, but activating a trap card is something that generally squirrels don't do. For instance, usually I have to know what a card is.
All right. I'm gonna make like a sachet. I'm gonna like literally just like I have some bandages and I got gunpowder.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pour a portion of my gunpowder into these bandages, along with like fucking I don't know like rocks or just like ball bearings.
Wait. So, Gobin,
Yes.
Duende, good at mechanical things?
You tell me if your guy is.
No, I mean
No.
the lore and
Wait
idea
a minute.
behind them.
Well, what are you trying to do?
I'm
Actually-
wondering if I can magic up his bomb.
Okay.
Because creations of the Duende, like, my question is, how much like Warhammer dwarves are these dwarves?
Not much like Warhammer dwarves.
Listen, I meant in the mechanical aptitude things. Might they have explosive devices? Might they have, I mean, I don't know how, like, how much are they still mechanically inclined miners even though they're in a kind of Southeast Asian inspired area, or has like, because those aren't necessarily incompatible, or has like one aspect overwritten the other?
Right. If you're just trying to do what Maggie's trying to do, but
Well, I'm trying to make it better.
right,
which
but
is to
magic
say,
it.
yes.
Yeah, I think that is definitely something that you could use creations of the Duende
All right,
for.
I'm gonna try
it's
and
that's pretty simple.
Yeah.
All I was gonna do for Maggie was make her roll a Dex check in order to do it, within the time that you have.
Yeah.
I have an affiliation that is applicable to this.
You've used your affiliation today.
Not affiliation, a group that's assigned to a stat.
Okay, a group you can use, but you use your affiliation against the pike.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm trying to think of it. I have a gunsmith with intelligence.
Ooh.
Okay.
That means that between the two of us, if we do this quickly enough, we might be able to do something decent.
Yeah.
I mean,
it might still be a dex roll, but
I bet it still will be. And
I
in
mean,
fact, if I
intelligent-
soup it
that's-
up with magic, I bet that it will be a dex roll with more catastrophic consequences if it doesn't go well. But
Right. Go ahead and well, if you want to make, if you want to make, so what we have are two separate things here. Maggie wants to make a bomb, more like a grenade, but wants to make a bomb out of an improvised explosive device out of what she has lying around. And Zach wants to magically create that bomb and enhance it, basically.
well, no, I wanted to soup up what she made. But here's the thing. Thinking realistically, like just from fairness point of view, we don't have time for Maggie to make the bomb and me to magic the enhancement on it. Probably her like doing it is all the time we have. Like, so I'm gonna rescind my idea because I might have another idea anyway. So,
well, you can make things faster by paying more blood.
that is true, but I might need that blood.
well, what I'm trying to do is buy us time.
Yeah,
So,
that's the thing. Is it seems counterproductive for me to use up the blood to buy time for me to use more blood to do a thing.
I mean, you just the whole point of this is that you're building the train tracks in front of the train.
yes.
Yes.
You're scrambling up a shale hill while sliding, trying to scramble faster than you're sliding downhill.
Fair.
Yeah. So anyway. Yeah, so I should roll for creating this bomb. Roll intelligence with a double positive.
Yeah, roll intelligence with advantage. We can use that word.
No, we can't. We're banned.
Man, even ironically, I cannot use double positive. It's just the stupidest word.
Well, I don't know how I did because the moment I rolled, Foundry reset for me.
Oh.
Huh.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that for everybody.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Let's see. I succeeded.
Wow. You rolled so hard, so well
Crashed
that
the
you
server.
broke our entire server.
You broke that
Rolled a
shit.
1.
You rolled a 1. Nice. So
Yeah.
critical success.
No, that's not a crit.
No, you're right. It's just
Crit would be an 8, right?
9.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because the
so
target.
You have
was
to
a
match.
9.
Yeah.
you have to match to get a crit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you match your target, you crit.
Man, I may not have piped up much in that text chat and everything, but I really feel that thing about switching about that meme about switching to a match roll system. I'm just like, yeah,
Crits were nice when they happened.
yeah.
I mean, they do happen. You have the same chance of it
You have
happening.
the same chance, but yes, but it's I don't know.
There's not the number that's you did it.
Yes, exactly.
You're like, oh,
the number is a moving target,
Well, it just switches depending on who
which
you
is
are.
less real.
Everyone's playing a different game, or everyone's rolling a different check. Anyways.
Yeah.
So rolled a 1, succeeded, got that bomb.
got that bomb.
All right.
Ooh.
By the way, what is the platypus doing in relation to the horseshoe super crab?
Chasing after it.
Cool.
It was trying to eat it.
Oh, all right. I can work with that.
Yeah. You weren't here, but certainly your character was present previously.
Oh, my character was probably in a
Smoked
drug-induced haze or something.
I mean, opium is one of the 3
Hell of a
pillars
drug.
of the Yellow City.
Yeah, makes sense.
Opium, tea, and knowledge.
Yep.
Oh god, I just remembered someone was talking about the 4 Britain came out with their 4 pillars of counterterrorism, and someone's like, it really should be 5. There should be 5 pillars.
Oh, god damn.
What? Oh. I think I...
Because the 5 pillars of Islam.
Of Islam. Yeah, I just got it. Yes.
It was the whole thing. The person who said this was Muslim and lives in Glasgow. They were just like,
it should be 5 pillars. Anyways, it should be 5 pillars. Yes. You came around the river bend to find the alpha platypus attempting to eat the horseshoe mega crab, and the crab is... The alpha platypus was not making much headway, but is also just like a fucking force of nature.
It is inexorably continuing onward. Yes.
And the crab is just like any prey animal, even if it's not taking damage right now, it's trying to escape.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that it was like, fuck, I'm gonna run in this direction, and we happen to be in that direction.
Yes, got it.
So the crab, it does not have it's not hostile towards you, but it's not friendly. It's not trying to help you out.
So let me know when La Granada goes off and everything.
I think you'll know.
Alright, so Billy, is Winslow going to attempt to do anything right now?
Be extracting some blood.
What do we need? What can I help with? I was gonna assist Tiferet in the bomb making, but maybe I can help with making more bomb. Do we have any more gunpowder?
Do you have oil or things to burn?
I have oil. So what are we gonna like? What do we need? Just throw the oil at it.
Yes, he has a bunch of snake oil, I believe.
Flammable is snake oil.
Yeah.
It's as flammable as you need it to be, sir. Just buy 5.
I have 2 pints of lamp oil.
All right.
Rope?
If you want to yeet some lamp oil at it, that's just a dex check.
Okay.
Yeah, roll dex. You're yeeting lamp oil at the horseshoe crab, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Right? Yes, that should be the play. I'm not gonna throw it at the platypus.
Well, I was going to say the platypus is not within range of throwing something. If you had a ranged weapon, you could hit the platypus, but
frankly, it wouldn't be advisable to do so anyway.
All right, where's my dex?
Unless, alright, I get what you mean, Gobin. There could be certain strategies, etc. They might not be good ones, though.
Success.
It's a great success.
I throw some lamp oil on it.
Okay, let me find...
Oh, let me brazen this slab of
so the server's just not going to show me any of those. No status effects tonight. I should really migrate this server to better hardware.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as y'all can see everything.
Yeah, I can, I think.
I see things.
I mean, the question is, what do we see? It's like, if you don't tell us what we're supposed to be seeing, I can't actually answer that question.
Yeah, I mean, if you see water and you see a horseshoe super crab, that's...
Yeah, I see those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And if they're not just like broken JPEGs.
I had no choice, Strong Bad. My face was a broken JPEG.
You don't know the crap's fully yours. Alright. Well, this is oily. Yeah. Let me try.
Homestar Runner was an integral part of the humor and psyche of like exactly 4 years of one generation and no one else.
Right?
It's like it just like made a very small group of people into who they are today, and everyone else just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I primarily communicate with Catherine in Homestar Runner based quotes.
Marzipan, marzipan.
Did you just say Wood Davers?
Well,
I
tried to refresh the server.
You did?
And now I can't connect back to it again.
Well, I'm in it just fine.
I know.
So it sounds like the inmates are in control now, boy.
Star campaign now!
Oh, there we go. It loaded.
Oh, fuck.
You don't have the keys anyways.
You're stuck in here with me.
The warden just voiped out of existence with the keys in hand. All right.
That sounds like the American prison system.
Yeah, it sure does. Let's say it's not burning yet. We'll put some... Oh my god, those are so tiny. Gee, I wish that was a little bigger. Anyways, maybe that'll remind me later. All right. All right, so you've all... Oh, right. Yeah, Zach, were you actually going to do anything this round?
Oh yeah. Definitely was. So I'm going to interpret the dang it, I mixed up which one is alpha and which. All right. The horseshoe super crab coming towards me as something that is attempting to attack my life points directly. So I'm going to use my miracle. You've activated my trap card.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to make a illusion of another alpha platypus in front of us. It will in every way, other than physically, and like it will be an illusion that is not just visual, but also scent and any other senses that the horseshoe crab may have.
Okay. All right, this is gonna become either the 3 Fs of nature: fight, flight, or reproduction. Something is gonna happen with this other platypus.
Yes, it might attract the other platypus, but I don't think I'm gambling on the fact that it won't because they will, if anything. I'm mostly gambling on the fact that the horseshoe super crab will turn the other direction, and also that it might confuse the alpha platypus as well. But
all right, go ahead and so if you're just doing non-physical interactions, go ahead and roll
other than any vibrations by which that horseshoe crab may detect things, I have no idea.
Well, you can't account for things you don't know.
Yeah, all right. Well,
that's an unknown unknown.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Not a known unknown.
Anyway,
yeah, so we'll say that's just as an illusion. We'll say that's just one health miracle.
Yeah, I'm essentially just trying to take a copy of that alpha platypus over there in its space in the world. Like,
well, actually, hold up.
Yeah.
If you're going to mimic its speech as well, that's going to be a 2 health miracle. I need to set a precedent here.
Yeah. All right.
So
sure.
that when you try to do this with a person later down the road, it's not just a 1 health thing that you're like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. All right. Sure. Fine. Whatever. I'll 2 health. I can do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Part of the Whitehack magical system is setting precedents for use later.
No,
so
I get it.
Yep.
I do. I really do. I get it. That makes perfect sense to me.
Magic legal code.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. If the legal code was not based on anything written, but entirely based on whimsy, but yes.
Well, but that's the idea, is that it's not so much based on... It's initially based on, we're not sure what sounds good in this time, but then later on is like, okay, well, last time I did this, it was only 1 HP, so why is it 2 this time?
Yes, like I said, whimsy. Continue.
Much like the American legal system.
Yes,
Whimsy,
anyway.
precedent, you know.
Except one's written down. Anyhow.
You could write this down. I encourage you to do that.
Cool, I will.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then that way you can be like, hey, look, this is what we said last time.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I've subtracted the 2 health, by the way.
I see that. That's awesome.
Yes.
And... Okay, alright, so that's an action for each of you. Let's do initiatives.
Cool Tron dice.
I know, right? I like them. They're kind of cool. I want, like, actual dice like that. Awesome. The Horseshoe Super Crab has a -3.
-3? To what?
Just initiative. It's got a -3 initiative. How does that work? I've messed something up somewhere.
I think it's just Joe's last.
I mean, it's also a horseshoe crab, Gobin. -3 sounds right for initiative for a horseshoe crab, no matter what size it is, from what I remember from that petting zoo.
I'm gonna get a bowl of spaghetti. I will be right back.
Alright.
We're rolling initiative.
Update.
Oh, I already
rolled them
did.
for everybody.
Fair enough.
I was like, I blacked out and I rolled initiative.
Yeah.
Too much riot juice.
Hey, I just have a button. Like, if y'all really want to do it, that's fine. Or I can just hit a row of buttons and just be like, doot, 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 and roll initiative for everybody.
Listen, we're going to drag on things just fine as it is. Like, we're going to take plenty of time to do things.
Right.
Like,
trying to speed things up as much as possible.
Yeah, like, we have no need for additional long cuts, so to speak.
Exactly. So if y'all are fine with that, I just don't want to, like, step on anyone's
toes.
I'm
just talking. I am of course only speaking for myself, so you know.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, and
Billy doesn't matter, so it's all right.
Yeah, it's true. If you're not here when we cast the vote, it doesn't matter. Anyways, you all should also be able to pull up the combat tracker if you want to keep track of what the initiative is, because I do change it every round.
Yeah. I see it.
All right. So we'll start at the top. Right. The horseshoe crab, as I said, was moving directly at the boat. Now, you all did prepare to do many things. You covered it in oil. You made a bomb. Oh shit! Right, Zach.
Yeah.
I also need you to... Oh, wait, no. It rolls. We'll have it roll a saving throw.
Fail.
Holy fuck,
to do the formality of a...
throw?
What? Yeah, I was about to say, do we really have to do the formality of a saving throw? We're all friends.
Holy shit!
Fucking rip!
Take a moment, though. So, like, look at your saving throw.
Yes, I'm looking at mine, I'm looking at that, and I'm like, fuck off.
That's why I was like, that's its saving throw?
We got him.
All right.
Fumble.
Okay, in that case, let me copy this bad boy real quick. I should have done that anyways.
I was about to say, regardless of whether he buys it, it's there.
Hold on. I need to... Yes.
Well, that's an array of odd words.
I'm guessing, like, here-ish?
If that would get it...
You can hold down X and do a little marker.
Yeah, I know.
And just show me where you wanted to put it.
I mean, I was trying to get it Which direction is our boat going?
North.
All right, so up on this is north, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, right there right like here will do just fine. You know.
Okay.
Just enough so that it doesn't get any smart ideas about going around or like or anything.
Is there an illusion thing? That's good enough. These tokens are so fucking tiny.
Can you like expand them?
I don't
Can
know
you
how,
like
and I'm not
make
going to look
them?
at it right now.
Yeah, fair enough. Learning systems on the fly is no one's idea of a good time.
Especially one as like complex as.
I know, that's the thing. It's like especially like the like tabletop remote tabletop things, none of which have ever been simple ever.
This does not have health. Do not link actor data.
Its health is no.
Oh shit. See, it did that on both of them. There we go.
Now neither of them have health. Meaning
You
I
get it.
killed
What? Just dead.
All right.
transitive property.
Yeah, in this case, the horseshoe crab is going to split and abort face.
Yeah. Abort face.
Wait, no. Right. Yeah, it's running north. But it is not yet within range. It has just started to make its turn. So now at the top is Tiff.
The horseshoe crab's running.
Sort of.
Sort of.
It is
Let's make it go.
Yeah, as soon as the illusory Alpha Platypus, Beta Platypus? Alpha Platypus 2.
Alpha Platypus
Electric Boogaloo.
Prime.
Well, this is not Alpha Platypus Prime. This is the second one.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyways,
I forget how you name those sequences.
Yeah, so Illusory Platypus.
Mm-hmm.
Illusory Platypus appears in front of the horseshoe crab, and it's like, oh no, there's another one, skittle, 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 and is taking off to the north. It's trying to go upriver to get away.
Okay, let's throw this fucking bomb. How am I lighting it?
Wait, are we still throwing that bomb?
Well, with luck, I can make it start going out of the river. Because ideally, we want the river clear. Like, if it goes upriver, and then we keep sailing in that direction, then we will just run into it again.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I just hope that it doesn't decide to turn around.
Well, what are you going to do?
I'm going to throw the bomb. And I'm going to throw it, and I'm going to be aiming for it to explode. Aiming for it to explode, like, sort of in the air.
Airburst bomb.
I have no idea how I've set up a fuse on this thing.
Yeah, well, that's going to be the the success failure right there.
Yeah.
All right, so you light this fuse, you yeet this bomb, and roll Dex.
Big money.
If you fail,
whammy.
Oh, how about that? All right,
Nice.
so make a mark on there where you want it to explode.
I can't do that.
Okay.
My computer will explode.
Are you watching the stream?
I am. So I want it.
Oh, you're like 20 seconds behind though. Fuck. I can't be like here?
I want it in between the alpha platypus, not the illusory platypus. I want it sort of like that space in between the alpha and the illusory platypus. That's sort of like kind of just just southwest of the crab. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Boom. That good?
Yeah. I have it just like go off like a fucking cherry bomb.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So that blows up, and the crab is going to continue moving forward. And oh, whoops. All right, the alpha platypus is going to continue, or it is currently unfazed by that explosion. You see no change in the alpha platypus, but the horseshoe crab is continuing to move northwards, upriver.
Was it close enough to ignite the oil or no?
No.
Okay.
Had Maggie targeted the horseshoe crab, it would have ignited it.
Like, the oil on the crab would have been good if the illusion didn't work. Like, alright. Like, you're not scared of that, but are you scared of this?
Right.
Well, that's a good thing to bring up, since Zach also brought up, what is going on with the level of these dwarves and like the technology of the duende. It may be that some species are not aware of being on fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
The duende, for one.
I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, no, it's Buscoso's opinion that fire was brought into the world by the trickery of the elves in order to trick and kill the duende.
I see.
All right, so that's Tiff's turn. Whoops, why is it?
Can I dismiss that illusion at any time?
Sure.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't need to pay more blood to dismiss it.
Maybe
But the question,
like a continuation fee, like once a minute, maybe. Like you have to pay. Like if you want to keep an illusion up.
That would make sense.
Like a concentration, an upkeep cost of like.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense.
And I feel
it only stands to reason that you can't bend the laws of reality for an infinite amount of time just based on one drop of blood,
Right. I cut a finger off, but now I've got someone else going to work for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Man, boy, would I give my finger for that particular agreement.
Yeah, except you said no physical interactions, so...
That's alright, I barely have to do any of that anyway.
Well, I was thinking about my job, and most of the time I don't need to physically interact with my patients, but it's a few times where I do need to each day that it would pretty quickly become a problem.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, Maggie.
No, it would immediately become a problem if I wasn't physically interacting with objects at my job.
Alright, Maggie, fix this bike!
Can't do it.
Sorry, not today. The stars are not in alignment for this sacrifice.
Alright, Billy, what is Winslow doing?
Being useless, probably. Do you need a bandage for that cut there, Buscoso?
Yeah, that would be much appreciated.
I don't know what bandages actually do, other than.
Well, you can actually bandage the damage that he has taken. This. There it is.
So I can actually heal. I can heal.
The referee can allow a character to bind 1d6 minus 3 hit points worth of wounds immediately following a battle with a trained task roll. Fumbling meaning the patient loses 1 HP instead. Note that the character can only recover hit points lost during that battle.
So I can't do it now. I have to do it after the battle.
After the battle, yes.
Okay.
Because it takes time, is what I believe what he's saying there.
All right.
Ooh, can I make this? I bet I can make it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I offer any reputable skill to this situation.
You have blood.
I was about to say, you have plenty of blood, man.
Not that. I mean, not a terrible.
More than me.
There we go. The illusory platypus is kind of see-through now.
Very good.
Fancy.
I like how it still has a red outline because it's still counted as hostile.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean...
You're like, all right, we'll make an illusion of... Oh, God, it's attacking us!
Oh, no!
What do we have on the deck of the boat?
All the supplies that you've brought with you. And all of the other people, if you wish to use any of them.
Well, Tim already wouldn't give me his damn gun.
No, but he can shoot.
Winslow. There's a woman who has agreed that we pay her half as much as we would have originally agreed to pay her if she would have died without our help.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get her to say in this moment that she would have died?
How does she look? What's her complexion looking like?
She's fine. The scholar Talila.
She's fine.
Yeah, she's swoop. She's doing fine. She's just like hanging out, like checking through her notes, making notes about she's scribbling in her notes and like watching what's going on, but isn't really like involved in any way other than that.
So she's so detached from reality that getting her to admit that she would have died is probably not likely.
Yeah.
I mean, no one was about to die right here. Like, other than like the vague sense of, oh, yeah, I see how that could have happened, but no one was like physically at the edge of death.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But
we need to cut it a little closer next time, lads.
Yes. We should have let the crab reach the boat.
Right.
Yeah, right?
To save money.
Winslow holds tight. I don't
Okay.
It seems so far like the situation does not require more intervention. At the moment,
that's kind of my feeling as well.
Yeah.
I'm not expending more blood on this in order to try and turn this into a better situation at the risk of turning it into a much, much worse situation.
All right. Well, speaking of going from bad to worse, the alpha platypus, it's the alpha platypus's turn now, and it decides that other platypus is looking. It's like,
damn, you
that
fine.
Other platypus, his hairstyle, whack. His bill, whack. His spurs, whack. Me, I'm fly as fuck.
Uh-oh.
So it goes to attack this one, and it doesn't fucking matter what it rolls, because it's an illusion. It's a non-physical illusion. So it is attacking that right there, and just like moving back and forth, like scratching at it, like trying to smack it with its bill and its tail.
Can I control that illusion, or is it?
Yeah, sure. It's not just on
Okay.
autopilot.
Well, in that case, it's going to take.
Should that also cost blood? I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, it's part of the
vote-
original effect, but I don't.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like this is still part of the original effect, not like an additional effect.
Yeah. So it's going to I'm going to have it try and have it be wounded as much as can be realistically expected, and then try and disengage.
Okay. Roll for me. Do you
Roll
feel
what?
like that's...
Roll my platypus handling skill.
Yeah, I'm gonna say roll wisdom, since that's like what you're casting from.
All right. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, that seems
fair.
Yeah, and then I'll roll
especially
for the
since I'm really good at that roll.
Basically, you're rolling against the platypus itself, and
oh.
Huh.
All right. So you did beat it.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you want the illusory platypus to move?
Let's see. By the way, are horseshoe super crabs known for being aggressive? Is that an int roll for me?
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
roll intelligence.
Yeah.
Do you have any sort of like scholarly understanding there?
I have Duende knowledge bound to that, but I don't think Duende know particularly more about horseshoe crabs than anyone else.
Okay. So you don't know a whole lot about horseshoe crabs, like you were saying, but you didn't get the feeling that this crab was attempting to attack your boat more than it was attempting to escape the
Good. I was just trying to make sure that as soon as the two predators were out of the way, it wasn't like, oh, look, a tasty snack.
Yeah.
What's that? A tasty snack. Anyway, so the illusionary platypus is going to... Is there a bank to this river?
I'll give you a little more info there. Blah, blah, blah. Where is it? What you notice about the horseshoe mega crab is that there are great rents and puncture patterns like in its ancient shell, but it is still alive. So you get the idea that a little explosion isn't too much compared to what this crab has been through over its lifetime.
Understandable.
If it had wanted to attack you, you think that it would have done more than it has done.
All right. In that case, are there banks to this river? Are they on the east and west, or what?
Yeah, you're in the middle of the river right now.
All right. Which side is the real alpha platypus on? Because right now it's to the east of the illusionary one, which is kind of weird because it started on the west.
Yeah,
but
it came over and like did an attack at it and then went through it.
Makes sense. All right, so the illusionary alpha platypus is going to fuck off to the west. It's slightly faster than the other one can actually move. But only slightly to be optimally anger-inducing to some degree.
It's like a cat toy.
Yeah. Yes, I am cat toying. I am feather on a stick, this alpha platypus.
Okay, well...
Because I want it to try and chase it, or at least to I don't know, to do something.
Okay.
That isn't attack us.
All right, now it's the horseshoe crab's turn. It is going to continue moving northward.
I'll bet it is.
And let's... What is it? All right, so reset initiatives. Well, everyone gets 3s. All right, now let's next round, starting with Winslow. This platypus is right in front of your boat right now.
I don't really want to piss it off. Is it looking at us, or is it looking at the illusion?
It's looking between you and the illusory platypus.
How can I
Because you
take
are now
attention
closer,
away?
but it also really wants to kill that. Like it sees the illusion as a threat.
That poser's gotta go.
Right. But you are also like close by and killable.
Right. Yeah, it's like I need to take away attention from the boat.
We could try what got us into this mess in the first place.
But Maggie, I don't see how sex is going to get us out of this.
We could
You're not thinking strategically enough, Gobin.
Fix this?
We could fire an arrow with rations out away from the boat again. Hopefully this time not
But the problem is, how smart is an alpha platypus, and is it smart enough to figure out that if you're shooting rations, there are more rations in the boat?
I mean, it is an animal.
Yeah.
Size be damned, it is an animal.
I know, but that's the thing, is that I've seen, like, deer that know damn well the deer, like, snack that you're handing it. It's just like, well, that means you got plenty in that glass window there.
It doesn't open here. Let me open it with my face.
Yes. But I don't know. I mean, there's no real, I mean, it's as good a plan as any. We don't really have a lot of options, do we?
Well, what do you want to do, Billy?
I don't know. So, we can't really, like, get the horseshoe crab to... Or, like, get its attention more on the horseshoe crab anymore.
Wait, is the horseshoe crab in arrow range?
Yeah, it's still within arrow range.
I wonder if suddenly that food was suddenly on fire, if that would draw some attention.
Who has the bow and arrow?
Thodo had the bow and arrow.
Damn it, Safra.
Can I ask Thodo for the? Can he refuse me if he's not here to refuse?
Yes.
Thodo, might I use your bow, sir?
He is in a coma.
Well, all right. Is he?
That's all right.
You said he's frightened in the corner. Is his bow available?
No, he's not frightened in the corner. He's just non-existent.
Well, shit. So his bow poofs away as well.
Yes, it does.
None of these pirates have bows.
Let me see what Modi has. No bow.
Yeah, Billy. He Greg the Red.
I have a sling
out of existence. Have you ever seen that?
Should I sling some rations?
Well, I'm just thinking if we caught that horseshoe crab on fire, it would probably
smell pretty good.
And refocus attention.
I don't have anything to cause fire at the moment.
Yeah, I get you.
Light things on fire.
I have the accelerant. I have the accelerant. I do not have the ignition.
Yeah. Always the problem with arson is, I mean, yeah. That's bad.
Can we where are we steering this boat? Are we gonna because we can't go north because we'll just run into the horseshoe crab again.
Tradition, I believe.
We're going north. That's our destination.
Yeah, but we're just gonna run back into this horseshoe crab.
Maybe.
I mean, eventually, it's an aquatic creature. It might be going faster than our boat.
I would
It's
hope so.
currently outpacing your boat.
Yeah.
So why would we care?
Billy just doesn't want to run into it again.
Yeah. I think I think that's enough to fuck us up pretty bad.
Probably.
Much less the platypus too.
Probably, but I'd take seeing it again over seeing the platypus more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm out of tea.
Please stay, Chico.
Should have gotten some riot juice.
You need some riot juice.
I'll get more when we take an intermission.
I don't know. I'm not very good on a boat.
Well, shit.
I don't have a whole lot for naval battle.
I wish we had a sailor in our party somewhere. That would have been really useful to have around.
I mean, you do have 2 sailors that are hirelings.
No. Player characters.
Should have run
Who
the
matter.
Deft Pirate Lord archetype.
Yeah, it would be real nice if we had the deft that had aquatic proficiencies of some kind. Oh well. I'm not one to talk.
All right. Well, if you don't know what you're going to do, we'll
I'll just ready. I'll just ready an action, I guess, if the platypus turns on us.
To do what?
Attack it. He said it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's close enough that if it moved on its turn, it was just like, you know what, boat. then it would be in range of attacking you.
If boat, then scimitar is my.
All right, Tiff.
Fuck. I think I'm gonna join Billy in getting ready for. And unless there's a call for blood donations, or help with a spell be acquired, I'm just gonna gun ready, like the platypus starts coming towards us.
Yeah, I don't really have
well,
a
it's
whole.
the platypus's turn next. So let's see what it does. That is okay. Yeah, it's going to pursue, exit stage left, pursued by platypus.
Right.
So
now,
we need to dip the fuck up north.
I was about to say, let's are there oars for this boat?
Yes.
It is being propelled by
oars.
Yeah, by oars.
Can we use any more oars? Is there a sail also? Can we put any additional propellant between
Is there anything that you could do to a boat to make it go faster? That you
I have some
that you have done before.
Yes, I know. All right, who wants to cut open their hand?
Different will cut open her hand.
What?
Different will cut open her hand.
Okay, what did we say that was before? Is
that one blood?
it was more than one, I'll tell you that. Making an onboard motor or an outboard motor was more than one blood.
Well then, it wasn't 1d6, so
no,
I
so
guess
it must be 2. Yeah.
Process of elimination.
Cool.
Right.
Good. I need to start writing these down. Hold on.
hold down on the. We'll do an instant replay. I'll go back to the YouTube channel, find where that was, and give us 3 hours. I'll be back.
Offsides, 10-yard penalty.
Okay.
Platypus moves 20 feet back. First down.
So I'm paying 2.
First down collaborators. All right.
Dog.
So
Hello, Evie.
what? All right. Now it's Buscoso's turn. What are you going to do, Zach?
All right. Well.
Oh, right. You're going to use Tiff's blood,
blood.
and make a
Yeah,
motor.
2 blood was donated. 2 blood is used.
All right.
Tiff is just like knife, hand, and just like hand to hand, just like.
This is good for a number of reasons. Not least because we don't die, but also because it freaks out the sailors a lot, and I love that.
Temperate, just no hesitation.
Nice. Alright, I'm going to Buscosa's gonna turn to Modiancy and say, see? Like that! Like that!
Modi is just like, but she's crazy.
That's fair.
She is insane. Not because she did that, but like, just look at her face.
Temperate is a woman who spent a lot of time not hesitating.
Yeah. Also, I was like, yeah, fair point. Continue on.
All right.
So we have a makeshift outboard motor now.
Yeah. The horseshoe crab is moving. It's gonna. Its turn again, so it's gonna continue moving north, exiting stage north. Yeah, you've got a increase the speed of your boat there, and
So what was our?
okay.
Sorry.
I'll actually give you something for that. We'll say that when we get back to overland travel, that upriver, you've doubled the speed. So now upriver, moving 1 hex, you can move 2 hexes an hour, and
Just
moving downriver, you can move 4 hexes per hour.
Out of fairness, Gobin, this is a magically powered engine. There's no way I have the oil to run this, like, without spending more blood on a regular basis.
Okay,
you
so
know,
a blood
just for what it's worth.
So a blood an hour then?
Yeah, that's fair, because that's the thing, is like
a blood a movement, whatever whatever scale that happens to be at.
I hate it when I have blood in my movement.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you can make a note of that. Let's start. I'll actually start a journal entry here.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm putting in my actual notes of my character sheet for these
blood costs.
Yeah.
Blood for the blood god.
Miracle pricings. All right, so if you look under journals, there's one now called Miracle pricings. Let me make sure that is...
Ironically, it also works for when Billy tries to sell anything to anyone.
All right.
Or not Billy, dang it. Winslow.
All right, so are Winslow or Tiff going to do anything?
Not as long as this thing's attention is elsewhere.
How's that horseshoe crab? Are we about to run straight into the tail end of that horseshoe crab?
No,
we should get it.
It exited going north.
We need to rope that horseshoe crab and use it as.
Yeah, my phone just died, so I've lost access to the stream. So.
I see. Plug it in. Plug it in.
Yes.
Solid marketing. Gobin didn't even have TV.
Yeah, I was about to say
that's that Glade plug-in ad really stuck with him.
I was about to say that's market penetration, my boy.
You know what else is market penetration? It's my money, and I want it now.
JG Wentworth.
877 cash now. Oh God.
I have an annuity and I need cash now.
That fucking ad was probably a pretty damn good investment for that company, huh?
Yeah, seriously.
All right, so is Winslow doing anything?
Holding tight, like just waiting. Like, I mean, as long as the platypus is not attacking us, I'm remaining as still and quiet as possible.
All right. What about Tiff?
I think Tiff is gonna just second that motion. Actively trying to be as to not have any of these fucking kaiju notice us.
All right. And Buscoso gonna do anything?
Oh no, definitely
Oh, no.
same. I'm just maintaining that engine and
Do you have to move the illusion?
keeping. I'm assuming it's going on its own to some.
No, it's on your turn.
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah, it's gonna keep moving at a steady pace, at the exact same steady pace until it comes time for me to pay more blood. At which point, I'll dispel it.
I'm imagining that it's
This is
not
gonna
so
really
much like
piss
scurrying as it is just
Yeah.
like
floating. Yeah, it is translating. Yes, it is translating to the.
It's gone like T-pose and is just translating across the water.
It doesn't have animation.
Yeah. As soon as it got out of
blood.
As soon as it got out of
Animation
sight,
costs
it lost the ability for me to actually do any animations for it, and now the other alpha platypus is as much confused as anything else. It's just like, I need to get to that and figure out what's wrong with it.
All right, so yeah, the platypus is going to. It's platypus's turn now. It's going to follow as well, and they're going to exit, and that will. That will end that. Let me clean up over here. Delete.
Oh man, I should have. Each time I did a miracle, I should have actually clicked on them so they showed up in the stream.
Yeah. Well,
Oops.
just remember that next time.
Yep.
All right, so now back to the overland map. Random fucking encounter, huh?
Now would be the time to heal correctly?
Yes.
Can we heal up a little bit?
Can do.
I'm gonna solicit the anybody who's not doing anything to help bandage. I'm gonna bust out my bandage kits and
you are the only person who has anything remotely approaching medical training.
Okay, I've got 4. Oh, I am. So I feel like that would take a long time though to like heal everyone myself.
It's going to take less than an hour, which is how long it's going to take to move 1 hex over land.
Okay.
Cool.
So can I bandage some peeps? I'll bandage myself first, I guess.
Always heal the healer first.
Yeah. What is heal?
Heal
Who is Brazil?
Is...
Isn't a volcano just an angry hill?
What?
Who's Buscoso is obviously probably pretty hurting, right?
Yeah. I would appreciate some medical assistance.
We've already established that Winslow loves Buscoso in ways that Buscoso can never know. So obviously he's going to
Cannon
after patching himself up.
Okay, so you're the deft, and you put alchemist and everything, so I think it's going to be
advantage 1.
Well, it needs to be specifically states a trained roll. So it's whatever you can use to do it as a trained roll.
Well, I do have my affiliation with Dr. Levinson's Tonics and Mechanical Livery Co.
Yeah, but that's Dex. You're gonna Dex some bandages into somebody?
I mean, what else would you propose it is strength?
Isn't that what the healers do in Naruto?
Yeah.
All right.
I'd say
I can tell you that it has nothing
nicely
to do
applying-
with dexterity.
Nicely applying
Yes.
a bandage would require some amount of dexterity.
It requires a minimal amount of like dexterity. Like, can you touch
But what's
your
your
thumb
other-
to your pinky? You've got enough dexterity.
Just because it
So
requires a minimal amount doesn't mean that it's not the best choice. Because like, what else? Like my
It'd probably be
intelligence is
it.
that gonna help me bandage someone?
As a matter of fact,
It would probably
as
be
someone
int.
who professionally bandages people,
Do you need a high intelligence to
it is
bandage?
in
people?
fact the most important part of.
I'm gonna go with Govin's word on this one, considering the whole he does that all the time.
My
thing.
my charisma would be a very key.
That's bedside
Absolutely
manner.
not.
I'm just gonna patch Adams everybody to get back
Yeah,
to
so
health.
laughter is good for chronic things, but it's not so great for traumatic injury.
Yeah. Like,
So
laughter's
this is gonna
great.
be
Gosu's got the
intelligence.
chronic.
That's not great.
But you have advantage because you have alchemist there.
I'm gonna need it.
Yeah, you are. And remember, if you roll a 20, they
Oh,
take damage
successful
instead.
Was a 6.
I'll roll again just for. Nope, second one's a failure. A 6. I succeed.
So who are you healing first? Oh, right.
Myself.
Yeah, who are you healing?
I'll heal myself first.
All right, roll 1d6 minus 3. Minimum of 1.
Yeah, you lose 2 HP.
I mean, there was that time
Max
when
healing.
we were trying to do, like, using medical kits to heal
But Billy,
people in
you
5e
can only heal.
Yeah.
You can only heal the hit points you lost during this
during the battle.
During this battle.
Oh,
Yeah.
this
Did
battle.
you lose any HP during
No.
this battle?
Well, then,
Having known that, I guess I wouldn't have healed myself.
yeah, you wouldn't have healed yourself. You would have healed somebody else.
Yeah, I'll heal
So-
Buscoso then.
All right. So
For 3 points of damage, Buscoso.
Yeah.
Cool.
and
Alright.
mark off one of your bandages there, Billy.
See.
Thank you.
And that's when you hit him with the bill, and you're like,
Yeah.
"That'll be 500 gold."
No, what you're going to ask is, who is your insurance provider?
Yeah. Who is your insurance provider?
Oh, can I bill your Medicaid? All right, cool. Bye.
I definitely do have that because I am a senior citizen.
That's Medicare.
I have both of those.
That's how you know you're very old.
I'm old and I'm poor.
Listen, I live under a stump and I've lived for longer than you've been alive.
All right. Are you going to heal?
Fungus keeps them
Are you
alive.
also going to attempt to heal Tiff?
Tiff,
I
how
appreciate
hurt
it.
are you looking? Okay, yeah, I'll attempt to heal. Tiff.
Yeah.
Abilitas, attributes, int. Oh god.
Oh, fuck.
Ouch.
I have advantage. It's on!
Billy, you're supposed to roll 1d20, not 1d2.
That was good.
Hell, damn, see, that's why you want advantage.
Yep.
Just fucking reverse that shit.
You get 1 health.
No, I get -2. No, I get 1.
-2 health.
Yeah, because if you didn't have advantage, that 20 is a fumble and would have dealt 1 damage. Which is fair if you're shoving bandages in people's hurt spots. You
Just
do
a
have
little-
the chance of causing damage.
Would you say that I wasn't dexterous enough to apply a bandage at that point?
No, I would say that would fall under... so it's not malfeasance, because you didn't intend for it to happen, but it would be... what's the
Practice?
other one? I forget the other one.
The
It's not
Hippocratic Oath
malprac-
says do no.
it's-
It doesn't. It doesn't even.
It's not-
It doesn't actually say do no harm.
Because that's a hard one.
Yeah, but yeah. So
Malpractice?
there's one where you accidentally do harm, and then there's one where you intentionally do harm, and there is a huge difference in how they are litigated.
Oh yeah, I believe the other one is called a big whoopsies.
Yeah.
We in the medical field call it a big whoopsie.
Yeah, well, ask Colorado how that works. They've been dropping people left and right with ketamine, so...
Doctor... Yeah. Good old Dr. Spaceman.
Anyways, so now back to the overland travel. I think this is actually a good spot to take a 5-minute break.
Yeah.
10-minute break.
Get some snack.
All right. We'll be back after a short intermission. All right, back from that infomercial about reversible. What was that thing you found, Maggie? The pull-up shorts.
Oh, are you talking about the like silicone?
Yes.
Like the $10 silicone.
This is a throwback to like the beginning of the year there.
Yeah,
I was there for that
like,
too.
I was there for that.
Like, what were we talking about that led to us being like somehow we were talking about strap-ons, and I just looked up cheapest strap-on I could find, and got like silicone granny panties that have like a hollow silicone penis attached to them, and I was like, well, that is the most hideous object I have ever encountered.
It was glorious in its nightmare.
So, having escaped certain doom to megafauna, you are, you find yourself where you see on the river here. You can, things of note that you see, you see a building jammed on a promontory of bare rock above the dark, silty waters is a temple hanging on its side, a broken crystal lens atop the pyramidal roof. Its wooden sides seem whole, and the floor was tilted up and is now a wall, and it is in one piece. And as you see this up on the hill there, Watcher Tim says, "Oh no! Oh, that was my temple where I held congregations. Oh, to see such damage, this flood truly is a catastrophe."
Indeed it is. Was there anything interesting in there?
There was, we did keep some, we kept some of the sacred wafers of the Watchmen. They are a holy relic for us. They're able to be mixed with water and generate a small amount of light, but we revere this as a holy symbol, bringing light out of the unknown. But it is also, I suppose, useful as a lantern.
Perpetual lantern is nice.
Not a holy endeavor.
They're not perpetual at all, Mr. Steeple. They only last a little while. It's a The effect.
How can you you can't regenerate it?
No, the wafer is consumed during the ritual.
Like dissolved, like an antacid.
Yeah, dissolved like that.
Huh.
How about that?
So what are these made of?
That is not something that we're willing to. It's not a recipe that we would just hand out to anybody.
Do you have one? Could I have one, perhaps?
Well, I don't have any on me. They are all in the in the church there, in the steep or the temple.
I would like to investigate this, and perhaps we could take a rest as well. It is getting dark. All right. According to the thing on the bottom, is that correct?
I mean, we did just spend a thing of lantern oil. Getting more light sources would be useful.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, we can check on it.
Is this a good place to pull off the river?
Yeah, it is a place. Yeah, you can pull off there for sure.
I mean, I don't know how long we've been trapped. I think we've only moved not
two
far.
You've moved 2 hexes.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, well, there's a 1 in 6 chance you'll get a random encounter, and it was like, boom, random encounter, and I was like,
oh, we just got it right off the bat.
You got it right off the fucking bat, and not only that, it was like the 2 biggest fuckers around are just like fighting each other. I was like, oh, front load that content.
Yeah.
It was just some like a JRPG, just like one step out of town.
Okay, so we really haven't been going for that long then.
You've been going for 2 hours.
By the look of like the day night thing, it looked like we were like it was almost dark.
No, it's not quite dark. It is late afternoon at this point.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, let's go grab us some lantern gummies and
some glowing communion.
Yeah.
One thing that
glowing communion wafers.
One thing that you do notice as you are starting to head that way is that there are a field of white boulders just around the temple there.
Chalk. Like, is it like? Can I tell from the ship?
What?
Or are we like pulling up?
A field just kind of randomly scattered, or what?
More or less evenly-ish scattered around.
Can I tell from the boat what they might be made of? The boulders composed of primarily. I mean, that's kind of odd.
No, not. Well, okay. Do you have anything that would be able to help you see better at a distance? Determine more about what these are?
I don't think so.
All right, then roll wisdom with disadvantage.
Okay. Ooh! Double 9.
It was fated.
Winslow, what do your old man eyes see?
What do my old man eyes see? All right. As you are getting closer, you realize these are not actually boulders at all. You're not entirely sure what they are from this distance, but you notice that a few of them have moved around.
Oh.
Not in any fast manner, sort of like languidly have moved, but have moved nonetheless.
I'm going to say call me crazy, Buscoso, but would you say the boulders have moved? I could have sworn that one by the tree was about 10 meters away.
So
Not 2 minutes ago.
I'm gonna roll int on this to see if I know what they are. I'm gonna apply Duende as a modifier to see if like these are stone creatures or stone artifacts or stone something. Duende are good at stone, right?
Okay. All right. Roll regular int.
Regular int.
Yeah, it's just a regular roll.
Damn, we're knocking it out of the fucking park tonight.
Well, it would have been better if it was a 16, but you know.
I mean, still success is success.
Yes, exactly. I'll take what I can get.
You may say that a success is not a failure.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you have anything to see better,
all right.
Buscoso,
So
or
you're looking at these things, and they don't remind you of any sort of rock creature that you can place. They don't resemble any of the oral histories that you remember of, say, like golems.
Darn. I'm going to say.
But they also don't remind you of any. The closer you get, the less like rocks they actually seem to appear.
I'm not sure this is a good idea. I think elves are afoot.
And I that conversation that I had with Buscoso, that was very loud. So I feel like anybody like on the boat should be able to pretty much hear me just like thinking out
any
loud.
of them
Right.
within
And
10
I
feet?
said what
So
I said.
I was telling Maggie this over the intermission. I am not going to necessarily, unless it's something like this where Watcher Tim specifically had something to say. I'm probably not going to have NPCs chime in with dialogue unless you specifically address them, simply because I don't want to hog the spotlight.
Okay.
And the NPCs outnumber you, so if I was just going to talk about what they're saying to each other, then I would be having conversations for the whole time rather than, focusing on what the players are doing.
Single person makes a comment on the stake. It'll take a really long time.
Yes, understandable.
Does anybody in the
Although
party?
I would say that there's a balance to be had where there's some spots where logically, from a storytelling perspective, it would make less sense for them to say nothing.
Right, exactly, and that's why I had like Watcher Tim speak up about this is his temple.
Yeah, exactly.
But also,
I
guess it's kind of
reasonable to me.
It's kind of directed at anybody that might be able to see it better than Winslow.
I have some questions about the layout of our situation.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got the temple, and to get to the temple, we have to go past these mysterious white objects.
They are on all sides of the temple that you can see.
I'm gonna ask. Oh, sorry.
They're just sort of like spread around the temple.
Are any of them within 10 feet of the shore?
No.
Damn.
Can I ask Watcher Tim? I'm gonna ask Watcher Tim. Were those stone things always around your temple?
No. I assumed they were just washed down the river.
Yeah, there's elves here. Let's go.
There's so much destruction and change that has been wrought upon this landscape, as you can undoubtedly tell for yourself.
Those rocks are moving. Them's elves. Let's go.
That's probably wise.
So we don't want to move into the shore?
I mean, do you want to fuck with these are big? They're like boulders.
I said boulders to differentiate them from gravel. They are like, I would say maybe 1 meter to 2 meters in diameter.
Yeah, that's a boulder.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, I'm trying to say, like, give you an idea of the rock here.
Yeah.
But they are not like the size of a horseshoe mega crab.
Yeah. A well-known unit of measurement. 1 mega crab.
We also don't know how far upriver this crab is. The horseshoe crab went.
That's true.
So it
So
might.
do you want to continue upriver, or do you want to investigate this temple?
We know that there is a horseshoe crab upriver.
Somewhere.
We do not know what is on the shore.
Could I take my sling and like throw something at one of these mysterious things?
If you want to do that, then you will have to get closer.
Okay.
At this point, you're just like investigating shit from a couple 100 feet away.
Yeah. Slings don't go that far. Maybe we should just go.
I'm curious about it, but I don't.
Like, they sound cool, but like cool sometimes kills you.
Especially in Whitehack.
Like,
well, there are also if you the other thing is that if you don't know what they are, you don't know what else you can do other than shoot it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So there may be other options.
Can we fire
maybe head a little bit. Maybe head a little bit closer, but not long. Not
Can we fire one across the bow of this rock?
Yeah.
Well, I think if we get close enough, we could say both see more of them, and also like I'd be willing to go up with Tiferet and like 2 hirelings to investigate.
I would go. I would go investigate.
Okay.
I'm very intrigued by the wafers.
I'm willing to at least go a little closer to see if these things are immediately harmful.
Yeah, why don't we fire one across its bow, Tim?
I don't think I don't really want to like shoot it. I just mean like poke it. Just like, is that an animal? Is that a rock?
Well, we could just fire one in the air. See if it reacts. If the rocks move, then we have something to be worried about.
There's a fuckload of them, Gobind.
Yeah. When you take the time to count them, you can see. Let's see.
Does anybody on the ship have any better, like, that I could see, like, have some sort of optics that
you can see 14 of them that you can count?
Yeah.
Did anybody bring binoculars or a spyglass or anything that I can notice? Or
those are expensive.
I get that. I get that probably we don't have one, but
yeah, at that point, Modi is going to pipe in. He's going to say, "Yeah, that spyglasses are very expensive. The captain has the only spyglass on our ship."
Is the captain on deck here too?
No.
No.
I want to. Well, all right. Where is she?
Well, I've got the next best
pirate
thing.
Captain Billy.
Did she not come with us?
No, she didn't.
Oh, okay.
She like sent 2 of her men with us.
She has a boat to run.
Yeah, she's got bigger problems. Well, I've got the next best thing, which is a 10-foot pole. So,
well, we've already established that they're not within 10 feet of shore.
Yeah, but I'm willing to go walk up to one and poke it.
Go poke it?
Or first look at it.
For science? Let's do it. Let's do it for science.
Blinded me with science.
All right, we'll be very cautious, and we'll go up and.
Yeah. As we get closer, do we see anything new about them?
We'll go up like Pink Panther, just like doo 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 doo.
If y'all are gonna move over there, I will. move you over there and advance the time. As you can see, the sun is starting to dip.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, that's fair. Token name.
Oh.
4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. All right. Sorry, I'm setting up a encounter space here.
Uh-oh.
Well, you want to go physically interact with things. It's good to
Yes.
have physical representations. All right. And who all is going up there?
Me, Winslow.
So
Different.
Winslow,
Up where now?
Tiff. Who is going to investigate the church there?
Well, I should go too.
All right.
I mean, you could guard the boat.
I mean, yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. Old ruins are catnip to me, the player. So there's
It's
like
not really an old ruin. It's a new ruin from
It's a new
yesterday.
A fresh
It is
ruin.
very recently become ruined.
better.
Yeah.
Less stuff has been looted.
Yeah,
There's been a minor.
You were here at like the beginning of this ruin's lifetime, so
Yeah.
if anyone's gonna loot it, it's probably gonna be you.
Yeah.
Are you going to bring any of the NPCs with you?
Well, let's bring the 2 pirates.
Which.
So who are we leaving on the boat? The children.
I'm leaving. Yeah, let's leave at least. I'm leaving Modi on the boat.
Well, we have.
So one of the pirates.
Well, I don't want to bring Watcher Tim with us because Watcher Tim will complain if we do things that are sacrilegious.
Yeah,
true.
Speaking of, Watcher Tim is pretty much going to insist that he comes.
Yeah.
It is his temple.
Yeah.
And not
Damn.
just like his faith's temple.
It's specifically his, yes.
Yeah.
That's fair, frankly.
Yeah, I guess so.
So other than that, you have Talila the scholar, you've got Tamdune the child thief, and Kaleo the local guide.
Yeah.
Let's bring what's her face,
Kaleo.
the local guide who we have to pay money.
Yeah, the one that we need to risk life and limb. Let's bring her.
Well, no, that's the scholar.
The scholar. Let's bring the scholar. She's to get a scare.
Actually, it kind of makes sense because she might actually know something about things here.
Also, yes.
Well, actually, I think the local guide might know more.
Yeah, no, let's bring the local guide. We don't want to make the scholar suspicious yet.
Yeah, and we can leave Modi and the scholar to watch the kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, so you're not bringing Modi. You're only bringing Echo, the pirate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I trust Modi to a degree, if only because I know that he's terrified of what I would do to him if he betrays me.
Alright. So,
All right.
yeah, you all get closer, and as you get closer, you realize that these are is actually not a field of rocks. It is a field of toads that are the size of very obese men. It appears that they have been feasting on bodies that washed up on the bank here, because there's a natural current here in the river where things are flowing downriver and getting caught here.
Do they appear aggressive?
What you see is that body shapes are visible within their skin, which is stretched, so it's like drum tight. And actually, as you get closer, you see the bodies of several of them that have just burst open, and drowned and partially digested limbs are just in the goop of these exploded corpse toads, and the rest are fat, pale, and slow with the corpses that they are currently digesting. However, as soon as you get close enough, they turn and they look at you and go, "Brrr."
I
Fuck
think
this.
yeah, I think this is now the scales have now in fact been weighted in such a way that this is no longer worth whatever is in there.
As some of them start moving towards you, though, they aren't like running down the hill towards you. They seem to just be like plodding forward like a post lasagna Garfield.
Yeah, let's go away from here.
Yeah. I'm tempted to try like kiting and sniping them. Just like keep moving back and keep like
Yeah, that
you probably could, but
that does appear to be something that could be done given the speed that they're moving at, and they're not in like one group. They're not in a tight formation. It's not a fucking SWAT team.
yeah, it's overfed toads. But toads so overfed that they're tearing open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling out the scimitar. I'm ready for action.
I'm pulling out the sling. I don't want to get close to one.
Does anyone have a manner to light?
I'm hanging the fuck back.
Well, I think
there is no way that whatever is in here is worth fighting possibly 20 or something like giant toads.
Well, I'm gonna see what.
It wasn't 20.
Sure,
14.
whatever. It's more than 4.
It is.
I'm gonna.
4 would be about the amount that something really good in there would be worth fighting.
I'm gonna take the experimental, like, fire my sling at one. Say the one closest to us.
Sure.
And like see what happens as we are moving back.
I will move Busgoso towards the back of the party here. Busgoso's like, nope.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and in fact, are we still? Wait, are we on the grass now? Have we landed?
Yes.
If
you exit south, then you get back on the boat.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm rolling against 11. I can't just like roll AV with my character sheet for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I'm gonna be right here.
Oh yeah, because you need to do it with the weapon. You click on the weapon and then it does it.
Oh right.
Also, whoever used the lantern oil, was that Billy?
I used it.
Okay. Did you mark it off of your?
I did. I have 2.
Okay.
Or I had 2. Oh, now I have 1.
Well, I missed.
All right. So you take your swing. Sorry, you swing your sling and fling the string
A
at the thing. But it goes swing and doesn't hit a thing.
If you would have hit it, would have gone ting.
I don't think ting is the sound it would have made.
Alright, well, I'm gonna keep moving back.
Alright.
Bloing?
Yeah, something like that. Okay,
Before trying again. Oh god.
hold up. There we go. Roll NPCs. Roll all.
Oh god.
1-6.
I'm looking at the stream.
Alright, Billy, are you gonna do anything?
Are they coming at us?
Yeah, they're languidly moving towards you.
Can I slash at one?
You would have to move forward up to it.
Oh lordy.
They're not within melee range yet.
Why would you do that, Billy?
No, I'm not gonna move away from the party. I want to keep it a huddle, but I'll be ready to slash if one encroaches on us.
Okay, so you're gonna ready an action to slash if one
Yeah,
moves forward.
I want to keep the party tight. We gotta be able to escape if need be.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start this from the top then. So first in the order is going to be Kaleo, who is going to do the same thing. Well, is actually going to move forward and slash at this corpse toad here. At targeting that one. So let's get a roll from her. Yeah.
Either you do great, or oh shit.
Nice. Max
6
damage.
Yep. All right. So she runs up and well, this is great. She runs forward and slashes at it. She's got that machete that you can see there, and it just cuts it in half, and it explodes from the pressure that's built up inside of it. Deceased. Where do I mark that?
Okay. Well, they have less than 6 hit points.
It's good.
Oh. There we go. All right. Yeah. Next is this corpse toad, which is going to move forward and attempt to attack her. Let me get a roll off that. And that one misses. The next one, fuck. I don't want to do this. All right, let's see. This one is not going to move there yet. That one's not moving yet. Not moving yet. This one moves forward into attack range.
Attack.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack there, Billy.
Did I just click on my scimitar?
Yeah, if you click scimitar, it should roll it. There we go.
Slash.
Very nice. So you slash at it, and it too just ruptures, spraying you with corpse goo.
Ew.
On your shoes.
Ew. Is it gross? Is it like gack?
It's disgusting.
Is it gack?
It's grave wax mixed with like digestive
want it.
juices.
I would have thought grave wax was digestive juices, so I don't know what grave wax is.
I mean, it kind of is. It's just microbes digesting your body.
Oh, great.
Grave
Yeah.
wax is an interesting thing, and you'll have to look it up sometime when you're not interested in eating. Anyway.
Right, so now it is Watcher Tim's turn, and he is going to fire his gun at this corpse toad here.
Tim, we need your gun.
That's a hit.
Nice.
That's actually, I don't know why it only rolled d6, because it should be d6 plus 10. Plus 2. Sorry.
Boom! Yeah, Watcher Tim's gonna pull out his anti-material rifle. And,
Yeah, he hits him with his AA-12.
yeah.
Ah. 3
Alright,
health.
boom. That one also just explodes. Tiff, it's your turn. Winslow
Alright,
did just keep you from getting nommed by a toad.
Yeah.
Shing!
So one's currently harassing Kaleo.
Billy, that's what you need is a you just need a scimitar.
Yeah. Ah!
Yeah, there's the one that is harassing Kaleo. That is the only one that has moved in to attack at this point.
I didn't specifically mean for Winslow to be a sword master, but it kind of has played out that way. He's kind of badass with that scimitar.
All right, I'm gonna do sling
That's one of the
at
great
it.
things about, role-playing games is just having a character and you're like, this is what it's going to start off as, and then
He's kind of become like a fucking
it just
sword
goes
master.
somewhere else, and you're like,
Yeah.
well, okay.
Sometimes you're like, I'm gonna be a retired gravedigger, and then you're like, actually, I'm a criminal mastermind.
Yup. Okay.
Sling at the frog that's harassing Kaleo.
All right. Don't miss.
Damn it.
That's a miss.
Oof. The sling hasn't been proven very fruitful.
Well, no matter what I done there, I would have missed.
Roll a saving throw.
What? Okay. Oh dear.
Roll damage.
Damage?
Yep, for your sling.
Oh. I tried to roll damage, but I didn't.
That's a lot of damage.
I don't think that's quite right.
Bonks her noggin so hard.
Yeah, 14 fucking damage.
crushes her skull.
Yeah, like the other day I was watching some YouTube video and they were just like, the orc deals 14 damage, and I was like, oh my god, that would murder anyone. Alright. You once again swing that thing, and that thing goes splunk and fucking hits Kaleo.
Shit.
Who turns and is like, ow, fucking watch where you're shooting those things. What the fuck? There's a whole field of them. You could have aimed at any of them.
Well, fuck.
All right. That was
sorry, man.
And this corpse toad is gonna move forward. This corpse toad is gonna move forward. Now it's Winslow's turn. Winslow!
He just walked away?
He just poof, Shazam.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll come back to him when he gets back then. Just keep this shit moving forward.
Guess so.
Alright. That one.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, just in time.
Oh,
It's
he's
Winslow's
back.
Turn.
Winslow appears out of thin air.
Whoa!
Whoa! Alright.
I was momentarily distracted.
Alright, can I join Kaleo and in the other ring?
Sure.
And attack me some toad?
Yeah. Which one you wanna attack?
I guess the left one.
Alright. Just so I can keep track.
Okay.
Alright, so roll an attack.
Yas. Yas.
Let me check their AC. I was joking. They do actually have AC. Hold on a second here. No, that actually does not hit.
What?
You slice at it, and its just hide is so tough. Even though it's like stretched thin, its hide is tough and leathery, and it just like
Is it like
it, but it doesn't seem to have like slowed it down at all.
Is it like balloon like?
Yes.
Like kind of like my scimitar like went through it, but just it morphed around. It just has enough give to like not even take slashing damage.
Yeah, something like that.
That's not great.
I'm now imagining these things as just like those bouncy balls you got at Walmart.
Yeah, they're like full of shit.
Yeah.
Yep. That's not a bad metaphor for these.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is. So
Which I'm
you
not
did
100%
hit it before,
all right with.
but you did not hit it this time.
Mm-hmm.
All
Variable
right.
AC.
Well, okay, no. Oh my god. No. I don't need to pull that out yet.
I was about to say we've already tried that one once long ago.
And it did its job. Anyways, moving on to the next unfortunate soul in this combat is this corpse toad, which is going to move forward and attack Tiff.
Alright.
Wah, jump.
8.
1 damage.
1 damage.
Yeah, it waddles forward and its mouth just like closes like a vice on your fucking leg.
Ah, fuck!
Alright, now the next corpse toad. Moving forward. Corpse toad. Just gonna stay there. Corpse toad. Stay there. Busgoso. Your friends are being attacked. Well, your collaborators are being attacked. Let's not be hasty with terminology here.
I was about to say they should have taken some steps back like someone did. Let's see. All right. Well, let me see what I got. All right. I guess I'm gonna just try and use a longbow.
You had a longbow?
Whole
Yeah.
fucking time.
Sure did. Let's
Was
see.
asking about that. BT does earlier.
Oh no, I know. But it's not one that necessarily has like, I don't have anything to like light it on fire or anything, so it wasn't really.
That seems to be our problem. Is we need something
Yeah.
to light something on fire.
Things on fire. That's the thing. Is like, yeah, I could shoot things, but that's.
The
I
very
mean, my turn was
existence of the
otherwise occupied.
flamethrower means that
Yeah.
at some point, sometime, someone once said, "I need that thing on fire, but it's over there."
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to try and use that then, I guess.
A flamethrower.
The bow? Yeah, sure. Roll attack.
Once I find out how, I will. This is the first time I've ever had to use a weapon.
You just click on the little bit weapon icon.
Yeah,
in
you
your
go to weapons and then click on the
There.
longbow icon there, and it should roll it for you.
What icon?
Just the icon to the left of the name.
If there's no little icon there, it just hasn't loaded, and if
Yeah,
you click
there's
where
no
one
little
would
icon
be,
there. Oh, there it is. It was the exact same color as the background. Okay, fun.
rip.
Ouch.
Yep. Well, at least it wasn't a fumble. And I was aiming at the corpse toad directly in front of me, but you know, guess not.
Which one?
This one.
Okay. That one is in melee combat with.
Oh,
So.
well, shoot. Shooting into melee, huh?
Roll a saving throw.
All right. What saving throw?
Any saving throw. It's all the same saving throw.
Let me
You have
find out.
one save.
Oh, right. I have one. I forgot about that.
ST.
Nice.
Oh.
Fine.
Yeah, because that bow deals a lot more damage than that sling does.
Oh, fuck.
So,
Yep.
as Buscoso fires this shot, it just goes shoo! And
Lands
Tiff,
between my legs.
you're like in combat there with that corpse toad, and this arrow just like whizzes between you two, and you're just like, fuck. All right. Because unlike D&D, three arrows to the chest will end a high-level ranger.
Yeah.
All right. That one is going to stay there, and Echo is also going to attack this corpse toad here. Let's give me a damage roll. Hot damn. All right. Yeah, he stabs that one real good. He's got his fucking
Soldering iron.
stabs him in the face with a soldering iron. He's got a blade that's somewhere between a large dagger and a small sword.
If he did have a soldering iron, we would finally have something that we might be able to start a fire with.
We should invest in soldering iron.
So he pulls out his like Crocodile Dundee knife and shivs this corpse toad.
Fair enough.
All right. And that is the bottom of the round. Let's reset initiatives. Roll all. Dice inbound! Everyone duck!
Where is
Enemy
their
dice
support?
inbound!
All right. Wow. Tiff at the top.
Hell yeah. That was one of those D6s in there.
Yeah, who cares? You have 7, so...
Yeah.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you, corpse toads?
Jog at a moderate pace away.
Yeah. So this one that's currently attacking me, I'm gonna sword. I got my scimitar.
All right.
Don't fucking miss. God damn it. I have missed every single attack.
Ooh. Yeah, this corpse toad, you're going to swing at it, and as you do, it tries to react and attack Echo. So it just like walls out of the way at just the right time to save its fucking bacon. All right. This corpse toad is going to move forward and also come into melee range here and is going to attack Mr. Echo. Uh-oh. Hot damn.
Oh shit.
That gets him what good. So it's going to come up and chomp him in, like, gets him in the torso, sort of a side hit up under the arm there. And Echo, like, even though he is a big wall of meat, he just, like, screams out in pain. All right. And more of them are advancing. The next corpse toad is going to attack at Kaleo. Oof. All right. Yeah, it bites her as well. Now she now has a bleeding abrasion on the back of one of her arms. The next corpse toad. Yeah, that one's gonna stay there. That one's gonna stay, and then it's Kaleo's turn. Kaleo's going to retaliate with her own machete. Oh, but it's a miss.
Oh god.
Her aim is thrown off by her arm being injured like that. She's actually going to she's gonna back up into the main melee there. All right, next corpse toad is going to move over towards Winslow, and
Cleo's dipping out.
she's reassessing her situation. She's moving.
Fair.
She's moving out of range of those. All right, and that corpse toad chomps at you, but you're able to step back before you see it coming as a very obvious attack. All right, that one's gonna stay there. Now it's your turn. It's Winslow's turn.
All right, can I slash before I move, or do I have to move first?
Either order.
Okay. I'll slash and then try to move away back towards the group.
Okay, so there's these three here that you can attack.
Well, none of them are damaged, are they?
Nope.
All right, so the middle one, I guess.
All right. Yeah, it's just so I can keep track of which one's taking the damage there.
Oof.
That looks like a miss.
It's a miss.
Da, da. All right, where are you moving?
Move in.
Okay. So that's your turn. This corpse toad is going to move forward again and is going to we'll roll at Watcher Tim here.
Oh no, Watcher Tim.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Watcher Tim takes max damage.
Yeah, he does, but it's also like not a whole lot of damage. But there's also quite a few of these guys. All right, that was that one. That one stays where it's at. That one stays where it's at. Echo's turn. Yeah, Echo is going to attack one of the toads here in front of us. It was fated. All right. So that one is going to explode. Your head explode. Which one was that? All right. Echo takes his knife and guts it, and it also just bursts everywhere. Guts and viscera and toad flying apart. Now, it's Watcher Tim's turn. Watcher Tim shoulders his rifle and pulls out his own machete and is going to attack this corpse toad here. That's this one here. And he's going to shout, "You will not defile my temple! Begone with you, foul creature!" Whip, whip, whip.
Oh, crit.
All right. And this one also fucking detonates.
Pops.
Boom! Splort. All right, Buscoso. You can see before you that your comrades have killed quite a few of these toads, but also it has been at a bit of a cost. People are not looking so great. What are you going to do?
Let's see. Well, I can't exactly heal anyone because that's not really what blood does. Blood magic does. So, let's see. I guess I'm.
Well, you just have to pick the right people to heal.
Yeah, I guess so. But well,
Yeah, take some from our red shirts and apply it to us. That's all you have to do.
But anyways,
What about the red shirts on the boat? I mean, children on the boat.
Yeah.
Children.
I can't help but when I'm looking at these corpse toads all zoomed out, it looks like they have cute little swords that they're holding.
They do. They're actually another monster.
Oh, okay.
I quickly put them together because these are I don't have.
Well,
art
they're
for toads.
adorable, but anyway.
They have little katanas.
They do. These are. The artwork is a different monster. We'll get to those in the future.
Yeah, alright, cool. Anyway, so I'm going to move to try and shoot at this corpse toad then.
Okay. Yeah, you can shoot it from where you're at.
Yeah. Or I don't know. Maybe that. Well, I mean, they're both equally
they're the same.
Yes,
close,
between these two, there is no difference. I've only been asking Billy so I can make sure that I'm like tracking.
Yeah. All right. In that
right
case, I'm
one.
gonna try and hit that one. Let me see if I can.
There is one that is like this one here is alive. Well, it's also in melee.
Yeah, that's why I'm not shooting that one.
You can also reach these out here.
I'd rather not yet, because these are going to go into melee eventually, and I'd rather stop. Yes, that's the thing. I'd rather stop more of them from inflicting more damage imminently than, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna try and hit.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That definitely hits.
Yep. And that's it, other than, I guess, I don't know if there's... I forget, is there like a move action too, or is it just kind of...
No, there's still a move action. Like you still have
Alright,
to.
cool.
You still have to move.
Alright, well, I'm
But
going to
it's,
use my move action to stay away from any of them that come anywhere near.
Okay, none of them are approaching you directly. So, like,
Just
if this
making
one
sure.
wanted to move over, it could move there. It could move there.
Yeah. But no.
And
Yeah.
any of these along the top would have to make 2 move actions to get down to you.
Just making sure.
Yeah, they're not going to.
I'd like to
phase
support my
around the
collaborators,
outside
but
and come down
yeah.
here like that.
Yeah, I'd like to support the collaborators and all, but I'm also not like standing here to get wailed on by a corpse toad.
Well, apparently you're the only one who isn't.
Yeah, that's.
All right, and now
I don't know why.
The final corpse toad. The round is going to move forward. All right, round 3. Reset initiatives. Roll for everyone. I'm just going to remove these from the combat. I don't know why they're still in there. They're just taking up space. All right. Holy shit. Tiff and Winslow at the top. Now, many of the corpse toads lay burst before you. But your wounds at this point have been significant. No one is downed, but you have all taken significant bites from these things. If you can continue to attempt to fight your way through, or would you like to do? You can do something else. You can attempt to rush your way through and run up to the temple. Although, as it is on its side, the door is up on top of the temple now.
Could everyone try to rush the temple and I cover them? I think I still have the most hit points. And I have a gun.
Well, as you can see, it would be difficult to cover them when there are toads on both sides, and
yeah,
that's like trying to if you're only trying to cover one person, perhaps, but that's like saying that you will have one defensive lineman cover the entire team from the other team.
Yeah.
That would be a hell of a defensive lineman.
If I had an AK-47, this would be totally doable. But
yeah, you have
easy.
a not matchlock, but like flintlock pistol.
Yeah, a muzzle-loaded pistol.
I'm still doing okay.
I'm fine.
I'm still doing all right. I'm still doing the same as when I came in. So
yeah, that's fair.
Wow.
I mean, so on the battlefield currently, is this the total amount or just the total that we can see?
Like, are more coming? Total that are going to more coming in. You.
Okay. I think we could finish these guys off.
There are 8 of them.
Yeah,
and
Echo's been hit once. Everyone here has taken the damage they've taken from like one hit.
Yeah, we're all other than like Tiferet could take one more hit, and then would be at potentially 1 hit point.
Yeah, because you gotta remember, Billy, like everything in Whitehack deals D6 damage, plus or minus, up to 3.
Yeah, action economy says we lose.
The odds are not in your favor if you just continue with a regular frontal assault.
It's just a straight slugfest.
Well, do we have any? If we were to get back on the boat, do we have the means to take them out from the boat? Could we just range fire a bunch of them?
Well, we could see if they follow us, how far they'll follow us.
Yeah, we could just kind of kite them back. to the edge to the shore.
All of those
'Cause,
things are
like-
options.
Because, like, if they're only willing to follow us so far, then, like, killing them gets a lot easier.
Yeah, and I can heal some more while when we get back on the boat. Okay, I like that idea. So you want to start the retreat?
Yeah.
Buscoso's already back there.
One still
He's
in
just
melee
keeping range
range.
because he's got a fucking bow.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest though. If I didn't have a bow, I'd still be back here.
Buscoso's fine out here.
Yeah, I thought this was a good idea before there were a bunch of corpse toads. As soon as I found out there were corpse toads, the calculus on this immediately did not start adding up anymore.
Okay. So we need to retreat to the boat and just like try to clear a path, like clear up some to get close to the shore before we remount an assault.
Well, I was gonna say you can't clear a path forward by moving backwards.
No.
Yeah.
But we can finish off the ones that are up here. Is that to say that there's more coming? Are these things
I don't know.
reproducing?
Presumably somewhere,
yeah,
but
exactly.
but I don't know. I mean, it sounds like a good plan. We won't know any of those things, so maybe there
Yeah.
will be more, maybe there won't, but we can try.
Yeah, I think.
And if it
moving
turns out not to
backwards-
work, then you know we can be in a relatively safe position. Relatively.
Yeah, I think running back to the boat is our best bet.
Okay.
I
So who
can't move
goes
my
first?
character.
Who goes first?
Let me see who's at the top of the order here. The top of the order is Tiff.
So I'm gonna move back to range. And
Like here?
like to where move out of my range, the range circle I'm in.
I
Move
moved
out
you
of
to
melee.
about 6 o'clock there.
Oh, now I see.
Yeah, you're just 20 seconds behind.
Yes.
Pitfalls of,
Yeah.
watching from the stream.
Yeah, I'm on the phone with astronauts on the moon,
Yep.
and I'm like, no, what are you doing? Oh, okay.
No! Left! Left! No!
So, and I'm gonna fire my sling at another one that's not in melee.
Okay. So you've got two options there. You've got the one at like 10 o'clock and the one at like 11:30.
The one at like 11:30.
Okay.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, roll attack.
Holy shit, I hit something. Did 3 damage.
Yeah. Boom. Just fucking peg it in the face and it drops forward.
Hell yeah.
Okay, and Winslow, your turn.
All right, I want to fall back here
Okay.
and say, Buscoso, you you old dodger, you have no sight. Give me that bow before you put someone's eye out.
You should have bought a bow, Winslow.
I should have just bought a bow.
Or any ranged weapon.
I have throwing axe. I don't know.
Let's see.
Yeah, you spec'd into Dex and then didn't buy a ranged weapon.
That's fine.
You're like that guy at the party who, like, doesn't bring cigarettes and then just asks everyone else to bum some of theirs.
Only 2 people, and neither one of them have been very well. I can't say about Buscoso yet. Tim did not want to give me his gun.
He did not. It's an expensive piece of equipment.
Like, gun. Tiff would not give you her gun.
For what it's worth, if we're talking about like Renaissance era guns, a longbow is as expensive in most ways.
Yeah, absolutely. It is still a relevant weapon.
Yes. And not only that, it has almost as much engineering in ways.
Sure,
Just different ones.
A good bow is every bit a relevant weapon as a gun up until the advent of, like, lever action.
Yeah, that really was the thing, wasn't it?
It sure was. All right.
Now I'll give Buscoso bandages so that he can. Here, take these. You're
Who
more.
doesn't know what to do with those?
It's apparently an intelligence roll.
A trained intelligence roll.
It is a trained intelligence roll. So in order to attempt it, you have to have a relevant skill.
Okay.
But anyway.
Doesn't mean that you're good at it. It just means that you're the only asshole who can do it.
Buscoso's only good at taking blood, not stopping it.
Yeah, that's really not something that the Duende were known for creating.
Alright, so I guess, Buscoso, will you give me your bow or no?
Wait, where are we now?
They're beside each other.
I mean, sure, I guess. I mean, it is my only weapon, though, that works.
Roll that 20. Roll that 20.
It's just like,
break his bow.
Let's see. I mean,
that would be unfortunate.
Yeah, if you want to give it to him, you can give it to him.
I know.
That's up to you.
All I'm doing is asking. You know, Zach, it's in your court.
I know. I'm just trying to think of what I would do if I didn't use the bow. Because I'm not using more blood on this.
Well, you got your bicycle.
I'm not running over toads either. Yeah, alright. I'll be like, you break it, I curse you.
A curse from you is a blessing by any other. Let's go.
You break it, you've bought it.
Yeah. Exactly. That's a good double meaning.
Can I take a shot from here? Or
sure, which toad you gonna shoot?
The one in the middle that's still alive.
For the record,
I need bow stats.
Stats, yeah.
The one in the very center here?
Where's my target? I was saying the
that one.
This one over here.
So I'm not shooting into melee.
Yeah, if you hold down X.
The best.
Oh.
But yes, here. Hold on a minute. Let me find the frickin' longbow stats.
I mean, if you just roll D6. Or sorry, roll D20 against your attack value. Plus 2 from your from Dex.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 fucking hits anyways.
So 1d6.
Yeah.
Is it plus or minus anything?
It's D6 plus 2, isn't it? Or is it D6 plus 1? It's just
what?
D6.
It's just D6.
Okay.
3 damage.
All right. Brat. Dropping toes, kill that toad. Drop them toes, kill that toad.
Is bow range of 1 or 2?
What?
Or like how far?
Range of 70.
70? What?
70 range increments.
God damn.
It shoots to the next nation.
I don't know. It just said in here, in the bow stats, weirdly, the longbow stats, range 70.
Yeah.
Which I'm assuming
So
is
Billy, you can
feet
shoot
or
something.
meters
You can shoot something that is
or
near.
something.
If you want to shoot something that is far on the other side of the circle, that is going to be at disadvantage. Or if you have something else that would give you advantage, then they'll cancel out.
Okay.
And I'm not going to do like +2 advantages, -1. You know, I'm going to go with like 5th edition rules of 100 advantages and 1 disadvantage cancel each other out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, you drop that toad. Now that corpse toad moved forward. This corpse toad is also going to move forward. This one follows suit. It's Echo's turn. Echo is going to join you and moving back to the boat. Doot, doot, back to the boat. Yeah. And then Watcher Tim is going to say, we can't just leave my beautiful temple here infested by these horrid monsters, and is going to attack the one in front of him, shiv it with his knife.
All right, Watcher Tim.
All right. Tim's kicking some fucking ass on this one.
Only because you won't do it yourselves.
I just killed one. I've killed many.
And then he is also going to he's going, like, he's complaining, but he's still backing up because, like, he doesn't want to stand there by himself. He's not stupid.
There's only 3 left.
All right.
4 left.
5.
Well, this number keeps going up, and I'm not super cool.
I only see 4.
Oh, there are only 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, there's 5.
5.
I count 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah. Whoops.
No, there's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
Yeah, 1, 2. 27 is the highest number.
All right, Buzoso's turn.
Or no, it's 24. But
yeah, I got nothing.
Hey, you got that bow?
Oh wait.
No, I don't.
Can we share the bow?
No, absolutely not.
We just keep
not how this works.
That would actually be like a really cool action movie sequence.
We just keep
people just like throwing a bow. All right, so Sunshine's been watching a lot of the Avengers movies where there will be like 2 people fighting and they do like some highly coordinated bullshit, and I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be cool for that. Anyway, I'm just gonna go back here.
Dipping the fuck out.
I am right on the. Well, I mean, I don't have my bow.
All right,
I'm not spending blood on this.
Do you want my blood in exchange for your bow?
I mean, I'm gonna get your blood anyway in various situations, so that's not really a trade that is giving me something I didn't already have.
Yeah. All right. So Kaleo also backs up with y'all and is just like, my fucking arm, which is bleeding everywhere.
Wait, Goose is gonna go fucking vampire mode on it.
All right. Next round, reset. These guys. Which one's that? Oh yeah. Remove from combat. That one. Remove from combat. That one. Remove from combat.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I love how there's just a button to do all that. Hey, who do you think's at the top?
Different?
It's Tiff.
Hell yeah. Alrighty. Alright, now seems like a good time for gun.
Yeah, you don't have the risk of accidentally blowing your hireling's head off.
Yeah, like firing a gun into a crowd of mixed friendly and enemies, bad idea.
Firing a gun at a dock full of slugs,
great idea.
Fucking galaxy brain.
Just...
Well, I guess there was only one slug and a bunch of guards.
Alright, it's toad at 12 o'clock. Blat
Okay.
blat.
Alright, roll to attack. Yeah, that's gonna be with a disadvantage unless you have something to roll for advantage with.
It's literally part of my vocation.
Alright, so just regular attack roll then. And yeah, at 9, that hits.
Alright, and 4 damage.
Yeah. That one. Whoop. Gotta put it back in just to decease it. There we go. Boom! Toad go boom. Tee toad go boom. Alright, are you moving? Is Tiff gonna move at all?
I mean, I think they have to go through 2 motions to reach us.
Yeah.
If the way that I read, yeah. No. I'm not going to move.
Okay. This corpse toad's moving into the center here. Winslow, your turn. What is Winslow going to do at this point?
Fires a shot with the arrow or the bow.
Do it.
Shoot the bow with the arrow.
Shoot the bow with the arrow.
It's better than shooting the bow without the arrow.
Oh no. That's a miss.
That's a miss.
Shoot the arrow with a bow.
Pew! Swoom!
Shoot.
Alright. Are you going to... Is Winslow going to move at all?
I'll move back to the same one as Viscoso.
Alright.
Oops. Oh god.
Leave a little space. Don't overlap the circles. That's invading Buzgoso's personal space there. Alright, this corpse toad is moving forward. Watcher Tem is holding tight there to make sure that, you know, everyone is getting out. His white robes have a lot of red on them now. Buzgoso. We'll say that Watcher Tem is going to ready an action that if any toads get close, he's going to stab it. So, Buzgoso, your turn.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay right here. Still. There isn't a whole lot I can do at the moment.
Take my blood.
I mean, the problem is that, like, I don't know. The amount of blood needed to do actual direct combat actions is kind of not worth it when your blood would be very useful for utility things later.
Okay.
Yep, that is the trade-off.
I'm like standing here with a dagger like, huh?
Yeah, like...
Don't even need it. It's just like freshly coming out of people at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, like dealing dealing damage takes, so far as I have read, a massive amount of blood compared to like other things, just as for balance's sake, essentially in Whitehack. So no, I'm just gonna stay right here. It looks like we're
not only do you
kind of
have to like do damage to you have to do something that does damage to them, but you also need to do it quickly.
Yeah, it's an immediate effect, often from a distance. It does damage, and it's like, yeah, it's
and then anything else utility that you want to add on top of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you quickly get up to the well, that's going to be 2d6 range.
Yeah, it's multi. Yeah, it's
blood.
Yes, HP. Yeah, it's multiplicative with each modifier is the problem. Like, and once you get to like 2 or 3 multipliers, it's just like, well.
So could you not use the blood of one of these
toads?
These toads?
You know, I don't know. I don't think so. I think it has to be blood specifically offered.
Yes.
Well. Or sacrificed specifically in some way. Like, I think if they were
it's
bound
douching out of these things.
You can't just use their blood to hurt themselves for free.
Yes. I can't just deal combat damage and then go, and with that blood...
I'm going to use 2d6 blood from this toad to deal 1d6 damage to it.
Oh, and that gave me 1d6 worth of blood, which I will now use.
Yeah.
So no, it's like if I had them bound and was sacrificing them, then that would be a different matter. I think that it's a matter of like
I've got rope.
I think that it's a matter of like intent. Like
tie one of these suckers up.
I mean,
you
only find out if you do it.
Yeah, feel free to do so, and I would be happy to run that experiment.
We'll leave the last one alive.
All right. So you're just gonna sit there and do nothing?
I'm gonna sit here. Well, unless anyone has any clever ideas on things I should do.
Doesn't sound like
you're the wise ass.
He's got you there.
Yeah, that's true. The real wise ass thing to do here would be to back up one more step.
You can go back to the boat.
I might just, but we'll see.
Well, okay, so you'll just hold there, and then Kaleo is also going to ready an action to hang out and wait for the corpse toads to move towards her before attacking with her machete. Yep. This corpse toad's also going to move in, as is this one. It's the final toad down.
It's the final toad down.
All right, Echo, pulling up the rear here, is going to rush forward.
Oh, shit.
And attempt to attack this toad right here in the center. He's just screaming. It's like, ah!
Echo, you fool.
All right.
Oh,
no. Echo.
Oh, buddy.
All
and that's a series wrap on Echo, everyone.
He comes running in and attacks this toad, but this toad is going to instead get an attack of opportunity. Oh, it misses though. That one doesn't. That's right. Okay, so Echo runs forward and is attacking this toad, but before he can do anything, these other toads pounce on him and gruesomely tear him limb from limb.
Oh no.
That's not good.
Oh, Echo.
Well.
hold on. I will need to move him from PCs to deceased.
Dead.
He's hanging out there with Scorpion Jaipaul. Person who has never existed. All right. Yeah, so Echo has rushed forward and drawn their attention, but they have drawn him to pieces. All right. Next. Sorry, next round.
Shreds.
I was like, who's next? No one's next. Wow. Guess who goes first this turn?
Is it me?
It's
Wind
you.
blow.
It's not
well,
Tiff for once.
I'll move forward and shoot.
I mean, you don't need to move forward. You can shoot from there.
I thought it was a disadvantage, though.
Yes, you are.
So if I move forward and shoot.
Actually, no. At this range, you're not at disadvantage because it's only 2. You're not shooting across.
Oh, okay. God damn. That was some high rolls for these things. I'm not doing any better than...
Nope. All right. Buscoso. Buscoso, your turn.
Yeah, I am returning to the boat.
I mean, there's literally 4 of them left.
All right. Well, I mean,
they also literally just ripped the man to shreds.
That's the thing.
He was kind of being a dumbass.
They ripped a very large man to shreds.
On the one hand, yeah, he was alright. I'm holding put for now in case I need to run in and do some opportunistic stabbing to rescue someone, but
I'll pass.
I'm also ready to break.
Well, all right. Can I pass it off after I shoot it instead of doing a movement?
No.
I'll pass it back to Buscoso and say, "I'm sorry, Buscoso.
No, that'll be your action.
Okay.
And you've already used the action, so
can't do it. It's fine. I'll wait for now. I have I have a scimitar too, but I was
thinking like maybe I could run back in and scimitar some shit, but
yeah. I'm gonna hold here for now.
All right. This toad is going to move forward. All right, and is going to attack Tiff.
Right.
But it is slowed by its recent feasting. And it is Tiff's turn to return this order. Wait, hold up. Actually, it's Watcher Tim's and Kaleo's turn, because they had readied actions.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this toad's fucked.
Well, not if Tim can't hit him.
Come on, Kaleo.
Tim fucking missed.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh right. Man, I forgot. I actually have a fumble chart here. Oh, okay. So, Kaleo is staggered. Her character movement is reduced for the next 2 rounds.
Oof.
Trip and fall.
So she goes to swing at it with her machete, but slips in some of the the corpse fat in the grass there. So she's staggered.
Unpleasant.
Unpleasant indeed. Whoop, whoop. Stop moving around there. All right, let me get a status update on her. Is a foot. Sweep. That's good enough. All right. So that's their turn, and now it is the next corpse toad's turns. This corpse toad is also going to move.
What about did Tifred's turn happen?
Oh right, sorry. Tiff's turn.
Okay.
It's such a monumental fumble that Tiff loses her turn in astonishment as they fall over themselves.
I'm gonna sword this toad that just came up to me.
Okay.
Damn.
You're
and then
laughing.
I'm gonna move it,
You're laughing
and then I'm
too
gonna
hard.
move into the next range circle.
Okay. All right. So roll to attack this toad.
I already did.
Did you?
I missed.
Oh, I see. Right. I'm actually going to readjust these ranges here. We're going to move these 3 up here. Move these here. So Tiff can step back. Near Winslow and Buscoso. All right, so that was Tiff's turn. This corpse toad is moving forward. And is going to attack. Ooh. Kaleo staggered. Gets a bite. Another bite and gets her in her grabs her in her thigh, and her calf, and she's just like, ah, fuck.
she's gotten pretty fucked up too.
Yep, and it's not gonna end because it's another corpse toad's turn. Excuse me, and it is going to come forward and attack, and it's going to.
That's not great.
It also bites her on the other leg. At this point, she is. You can see that she's been rended several times by these toads and is just bleeding profusely. But she is going to hold on as best she can. She's going to return and attack the toads who are swinging at her.
Oh, she.
Not
Man,
bad.
like...
All right. Kills that one. And she's going to. Oh no, she's staggered. Yeah, she's going to. She's hacking at this thing, and she just cries out for help. She says, "Help me! Help me! They're gonna kill me! I don't want to go like Echo did." He screamed like a bitch.
Yeah, fair enough.
And well, she can't move because she is still staggered.
All right.
That sucks to suck.
This last corpse toad is going to move forward and is going to attack Watcher Tem here. Enemies. Tem is going to he's going to scream out, "Kaleo! I'm here to save you."
Oh shit!
That's 3 fumbles. These poor people. Ooh.
He's not here to save you.
Yeah, he as he swings forward, one of the toads trips him up, and his knife ends up stabbing himself.
Oof.
Oof. You hate to see it.
Ah, but it does not appear to be too bad. He is worse for the wear, but he is not he's not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. Yeah, and that's where he is. So let's reset everything. Remove
So
that.
shooting into this middle circle is going to be at disadvantage.
No,
We're
it's
just
gonna
gonna have if we
be. It's
miss.
not gonna be a disadvantage, but if you miss, then you have to make a saving throw or hit one of your
Gotcha.
collaborators. All right. At the top of the round, we have Tiff.
It's just not good.
What is Tiff gonna do? You've lost one of your pirates. Your guide is down to the magic pixel, and your watcher is not doing much better.
Is it? I don't know if mechanically I can, but is it possible for me to go out and like grab Kaleo and drag her back with me?
Yeah, it is possible to do that, but that's 2 move actions. That would be a move action to get in, a action to drag her, and a move action to move back with her.
If I move forward, attacked, and then on the next round grabbed her and dragged her, would that work out?
Yes, I'm actually gonna look up something because I know that there's a special action that you can do where you're fighting to auction, straining. Special combat option 73. So you can you can use the protect option to make a task roll against your attack value, not an attack. If you succeed, the next attack on an adjacent friend targets you instead. Enemies may save to avoid it.
I mean, I don't know if I actually want to do that.
Well, another option you could do. Do you have your Whitehack book?
Not in my hand, not in my room.
Okay. I was gonna say because it's on page 73. So another option would be charge. You can charge 15 feet in a straight line to attack with advantage. You get -3 AC until your next turn. Oh, it's a combat advantage, so that's +2 AV, +2 damage.
Okay.
You can attempt to you can attack and exchange your damage roll for a trip. So you trip an enemy so that it loses its move in the next round.
I think Well, I think if I land an attack, they'll die. That charge might be my best option. If I want to rescue Kaleo.
Yeah, you will not have armor for the next round, though.
Yeah. I mean, if I just move forward and attack, that might be my best option, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
There is, however, nothing stopping them from also attacking Kaleo if you're not going to protect. She is every bit as viable an option as you are.
That's true. But I also will die if I take 2 hits, potentially. So...
I'm just putting all of the
yeah.
all of the things out there so you can make a informed decision.
Alright, I'm gonna move forward into melee. Hit one of these fuckers.
Alright. Move forward. Alright, roll to attack.
Oh, fuck.
Rip.
Oh, way to just feel the karma.
Yeah, y'all
Because if I had charged, I would have hit.
Yeah, really.
These have been not great rolls.
Yeah, y'all are doing wonderful. Speaking of taking up the wonderful baton here, it is your turn, Billy.
Do I shoot? Will we break the cycle of terrible rolls? Find out next week on.
In your favor. Barely. You have a 55% chance of of hitting your target.
Let's shoot.
Unless you have something to roll with advantage.
Not necessarily advantage. I just have got a good dexterity.
Uh-huh.
That's about it.
What do you have on the dexterity?
Oh, Dr. Dr. Levinson's tonics and mechanical livery co. Not necessarily a good, like, not necessarily where I learned the great sport of archery. But maybe it was. I don't know. That's in the backstory. Yeah, I'll shoot.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Great job, Billy.
Throw.
Do I saving throw?
Yep. Roll that saving throw.
Success!
Critical miss.
Critical save?
How do I critically save?
I have no fucking idea how you critically save.
You miss your target and you hit something else?
Yeah, no, because... well, yeah, fuck it. You hit a different one. Roll damage. It's like there's a 5% chance of that happening, so...
maximum damage!
Alright,
accidentally hit him right in the face.
Dealer's choice. I don't think it matters. They're all at the same health. They're all at the same health, right?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Pick one, Gobin. It's
right.
just not the one I was aiming at, apparently.
Yeah, you pick one and I'll pick a different one.
Okay, I picked the middle. Or I picked the right. Oh, shit. I chose poorly.
All right, now it is Kaleo's turn, and she is going to do Do. She is going to crawl, disengage away from the towards the outer ring of people here. And no longer staggered. No longer staggered. Alright. Corpse Toad. Bites at Tiferet, but misses. Bites the grass. Well, no, you got armor. It bites your armor, and you're just like, bitch, please. All right, Watcher Tim is going to make another attack with his knife. He is steadfast in.
Tim does not give a fuck.
He does, but
too
he's
much
just
of a
like
fuck.
he gives a lot of fucks. That is the issue here. Nice. He killed the toad that hadn't gone yet.
Yeah.
It's Busgoso's turn.
All right. Busgoso's gonna run in and hit with the scimitar.
Busgoso's gonna get the credit.
All right, roll to attack.
Alrighty.
Is Busgoso moving up and attacking?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that does not beat its armor. So Busgoso runs up and just, like, smacks this thing in the head with it, but its head just, like, does that frog thing where it just flattens down, and you're just like, that's bullshit. These fucking rubber skeleton motherfuckers.
Yep.
Alright. One more time. Alright, Tiff at the top.
Oh. Alrighty. Fuck this fucking frog. Fuck
Smash
the
it.
fucking frog it rode in on. Fuck the corpses it ate. Fuck you. God damn it.
Shit.
At least it wasn't a fumble.
Thank God for small miracles.
Alright, who's
For
next?
small miracles. Alright. Y'all are just like, I'm just imagining y'all just like all beating on this frog, like the scene in
Office Space.
No. The Simon Pegg zombie movie.
Oh, Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead, yeah. Where they're in the club and they're all just standing around the one zombie beating on it.
The pool cues.
Yeah. Except it's like scimitars and a toad that just has like a rubber skeleton.
Queen's playing in the background.
Yep.
Don't stop me now. Having such a good time. Having a ball.
Alright, Busgoso's turn.
Alrighty. Busgoso's gonna try again.
One more time. You can't stop.
Can't stop the toad.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. Oh, but it's 2 damage. We have, I don't know, 2 damage kills.
We haven't established this yet.
We'll find out short.
Okay, it does hit AC. Alright.
Yay.
And with that, Busgoso decapitates the final toad.
Ugh.
God damn.
And Busgoso's gonna yell, "You cost me some of the precious blood that was mine by right."
All right.
There's plenty of blood
Delightful,
around you,
Busgoso.
doddering old man.
It only works if I get it from you guys while you're alive.
Who makes these rules?
I don't know, but I'd like to have some words.
That was some fucking 9 skeleton situation.
Yeah, it was. The difference is that I knew what I was putting or what I was doing in this scenario. I wasn't just like, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, you were just like, yeah, they're level 1. 9 skeletons? Half of them have bows. What's the worst that'll happen to them?
A fucking tense combat where one dude died.
Yeah.
The player
I was like,
literally died.
And I was like, damn.
Cope and go hard. Yeah.
No, that wasn't me. That was Maggie.
Oh.
That was me literally just running D&D for the first time in like 10 years.
Uh-oh.
First time
And
running
being like,
5th edition.
Yeah, and just being like, fuck it, 9 skeletons.
And we were like, I was like, hell yeah, this is awesome. This is the level of tactical combat I signed up for. And everyone else was like, oh, fuck, we're gonna die.
I was like, what are you talking about? And then I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Yeah.
So are we clear to move up to the temple now?
Yeah, so you are
Maybe we'll
clear
find
at
out
this
what-
point. You have murdered a swath of toads.
Yes. I need to go,
Yes,
though, guys.
We'll wrap up here. So you have made a path through these toads. Scattered around you is just a field of now more death. Watcher Tim is helping to support Kaleo unless someone else decides that that's what they want to do. He's just helping her limp.
I would like to
towards
heal
the
some
church.
people, like once we get into the church.
That
So,
one.
like, once we get there.
Sure.
Well, I think you have to choose to do it once
After the combat.
encounter's done.
Yeah. The encounter is done. The encounter is done here.
So, like, once we're in
no more toads that are posing a threat to you.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
if we're gonna move into or back onto the ship, depending, like where, I would like to heal somewhere.
Sure. Zach is just making a good point that you all are not aware of what is inside the church, and that may constitute a secondary follow-up encounter.
That's the thing, is like, you can't heal when you walk into an ambush. You can't say,
true.
wait, I healed beforehand.
That's true. So we've cleared out the beach and want to heal back on the boat.
Well, I mean, you've done the hard. You're all right. So you're like, okay. Oh fuck, Normandy was really hard. Anyways, let's go back to Britain.
No, not going back. Just like, I need a place to heal that's not like potentially still. I guess we're good here, right?
That's the thing, is that
that's what I'm saying. Is that
we're good on the beach?
You're good on the beach right now. The risk is, if you leave, more toads will likely come back. You have not killed all of the toads. You have killed the ones that are posing a present threat.
That's what I'm thinking, is like, we don't have a whole lot of time on the beach.
If you continue into the church, you do not know what is inside the temple there.
Right.
So there may be more fights. There may be healing stuff. There may be, something else that delays you, and then more toads arrive outside.
Okay. Would you just want to resolve that now, or would you want to resolve that next time we start?
No. Like, we're just gonna wrap up here. I'm just what I'm trying to do is prevent y'all from backing into a corner when I was like, hey, this was another option that was available.
Yeah,
I just want everyone to. This is, as you can see, a pretty unforgiving system. So I'm trying to give y'all as much workable information as I can without trying to sway you in any one direction. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would advise healing right now on the beach because, like, from what
Okay.
I'm hearing, if we go, like, this is a Normandy situation.
That's
You
fine. We can
know?
do it. We could do it right here.
This is
Like-
all Normandy.
Yeah,
We-
this is our Normandy, and
Kaleo definitely got really fucked up.
yeah, Kaleo is like bleeding on the
Kaleo got
beach.
fucked up.
Yeah,
What about Echo?
Yeah, well, Echo's dead.
yeah. Listen, buddy.
There's no
That
getting
one-
him back. He's been quartered.
There were some members who were at Normandy who you could not stitch back together properly, and you did not call the medics for. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but well, all I'm saying is that like those people
he still
got
kicking?
fucked up.
Is he still yelling at us?
Yeah, I was about to say, is he called for
gone.
help?
He's
gone.
dog food.
Yeah, so
He's
not a concern.
He's actually not really up here. He's also kind of in this toad and a bit in this toad and a bit in
Yeah.
that one.
Uh-huh.
Figured that, yes. Figured that part out. Thanks.
Yeah. The other thing. All right. So we'll end here, and the last thing that you see from as the sun is dipping a little, or is dipping ever lower, you know that it will not go down below the horizon, but it will dip behind the mountains. Well, oh look, it got a
Getting
little
slightly
darker.
Ooh, a little shade.
Yeah.
Ooh, tiny.
So as you are doing that, you do see a small tendril of a wisp, even of smoke, start to curl out of the door in the temple,
What?
which is now on the top of the temple.
That's not good.
And that's where we'll wrap up for tonight.
All right.
All right, so thanks y'all for playing. And for all those y'all watching, thanks for watching. Look forward to having y'all join us next time. Does anyone have any parting things, announcements, anything they want to add to the stream?
Don't think so.
Smoke grass, eat ass.
Smoke grass, eat ass.
Mm-hmm.
A Billy Cross
Riot.
autobiography.
Yeah.
Oh.
Vote
All right.
and riot.
Speaking of smoke grass, eat ass, I'm getting a van tomorrow.
Nice.
Like literally tomorrow. I've already I just need to go meet the guy in Alexandria, and then I'm handing him a check, and he's handing me a title and keys for a van.
Hell yeah.
But what I want to do is get one of those bumper stickers that says gas, grass, or ass. No one rides for free. And I'm going to put it on the passenger airbag.
Oh my god.
Not on the actual exterior bumper, but just like on the interior dash.
I was just gonna say, Gobit, like one of the few times I've almost keyed someone's car is seeing one of those bumper stickers on like the back of a Volvo, and was just like, "Fuck this person."
Hey, you have the option of gas. That is just a money transaction. No grass or ass has to be transferred.
But I was just like, and there was like a little like diagram of like a stick figure bending another stick figure over the hood of a car.
Alright, that's a bit more crude than I was going for. I was going for the one that just has like the 3 symbols. There's just like a gas tank,
A butt.
like a butt, and then like a weed leaf.
You know,
Just-
if
or
anything,
the other way around. Like
if
gas,
anything,
grass,
I
ass.
think that one's more crude.
I think it's hilarious.
Just a butt. A butt.
It's like the
Anyway,
image diagram of like someone getting fucked in the ass. I was just like, no.
yeah, I get that.
All right.
Anyway.
I did not key their car though. I didn't have this. I didn't have the stomach. I didn't have like
What are you
You
gonna
know,
key
I was-
them with? The keys to your bike?
No, actually, with a razor blade.
That's
Slash
hardcore.
their fucking tires. And they're like, why? And there's a little paper sign on their windshield wipers, just like, your bumper sticker's fucking stupid. And they're like, what the fuck?
All right.
All right.
All right. So thanks for watching again, and keep it real.